get on there and do anything you want. I'm going to kick this week. I'm going to be in Omegle, watching live sports, watching movies, writing phone calls, doing unlimited. I can. No, I'm still celibate. But if I wanted to, we can do it. There's no terms of service over there. You guys can say whatever you want about chat. Nobody can. Man, if you listen, if you love people without, if you release and you want to type, so now I shouldn't have to explain to y'all why it's a slippery road to go down because it's TOS for a reason. While some people might feel like Twitch is TOS and TOS is crazy, having done had all kinds of a lot of problems, which it definitely has to iron out and fix over time because they had many scandals of streamers getting on that platform and doing wild things, which built up a terrible reputation, basically saying that you either fall in love if you're moving a cake or if you're on cake, you have to be a terrible degenerate, again, randomers type of streamer. For the inception of Cake, the idea that people that were moving there, it seemed like it was going to fail. But a couple of streamers did end up making the switch to Cake, and Ada Ross was seen bragging about it because he was the big pioneer of this website as a whole.
But you're not stupid. Like you had a plan. Like I'm probably gonna go to Cake.
I knew I was going to Cake for months.
And honestly, a lot of people call me crazy.
A lot of people call me crazy. But look, now we have me, X2C, we have Drake on there. I'm getting everybody, bro. We're gonna take Twitch over. And honestly, I want to say one thing for the cameras because people really have. It's not normal. It's Twitch.
Although during the beginning, was seen talking confidently about Cake's growth. The streamers that were actually moving over there, not just being Drake, XQC, but also people like Your Rage, Bruce Drop 'em Off, and people of that caliber. It never really lasted, and there was one main reason for that. Cake as a platform wasn't just better than Twitch. Having no TOS doesn't make you a better platform, doesn't get you better streaming, a better ecosystem, better discoverability. And that was really the case. It was just an outline for an online service you could get on there and do whatever you want. After a while, that doesn't really matter to a lot of streamers who actually want to build a community and have fun. So the best way that Cake was able to entice streamers to come over was with money, either through gambling deals or just exclusivity deals in general. But again, those deals don't last forever. And once they were up, you saw a lot of the streamers who are currently switching over to Kick, seeing as it's this new streaming service, ending up leaving and moving right back to Twitch.
I come back to Kick, so I thought. But then I really started like soul searching, like I'm like, yo, YG would be like, I don't know, would that make my audience happy, bro? Like Kick was cool while it lasted. I know I ain't had no predictions, it was cool, but like I felt niggas wasn't really happy over there. Like they act like they were forced to use that app and shit. I hate every time I went live. I see niggas like, oh, use that. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, damn. I feel like a sellout. The worst time being on Kick for a year. I'm not gonna lie to you. The worst time I've ever had in streaming. The beginning was cool, but fucked up my love for streaming being on that site, if I'm being honest with you, because I got lazy. And yeah, you niggas probably seen the number that I was making an hour. I ain't gonna say if it's true or not, because that ain't y'all got me on business. But it killed my motivation for it because it was no creativity within it. It's just do the craziest shit or you're lame.
That's not true because the real reason I love this Twitch is for more discoverability. When you're on Kick, and it's honest truth, I love Eddie, I love everyone. You can't certain block, right? You can't this certain block. Everyone knows that. Ask anyone on that, ask anyone. You reach this block, right? And Twitch brings me an entire different audience of people. And it worked out, bro. You get more brands than I've ever got. Like, some people I've never been.
And obviously, just throwing a bag at people and telling them to have to stick on this platform for a year straight in order to keep them there. Especially when your platform isn't good, the audience there doesn't like it, and people are just coming over knowing they have a set amount of money they're going to make. They don't even need to try with the content. It just made Kick seem like the platform you went to when you wanted to grab a quick bag. Once the bag was up, you're going to be back on Twitch doing more entertaining and fun content. Like, you see what happened to all of the streamers I just showed you. So Kick's first idea of trying to get people over to his platform didn't end up panning out. But it's not like they were willing to pay. They basically had an endless supply of money to throw at streamers. So instead of just throwing them at random streamers for doing nothing, they decided to throw that money at Kick streamers for actually streaming on the platform by introducing a new program called KCIP.
I'm not showing this to flex. I'm showing this to show you guys how good the ball is. Scott, hey, look, you're on the stream, and guess what? You get paid plenty by the You get paid by your you can watch you start averaging 100 viewers, you can make more than a regular like $3 show. I'm really getting some hot stuff there. This early more to sway my channel right now. Go out, get into stuff. I made $32,000 this month on Twitch. And now we're going to look at Kick.
So there it is. That's 2 days.
I've been streaming on Kick. Show you guys how good the ball is.
Scouts, anyone can come on and stream, and guess what? You get paid by the clock. You get paid by so you guys. If you come on stream, you start averaging 100 viewers, you're even making more than a regular like $1 show. I'm just saying, it's possible for everybody to do. I'm just trying to really motivate somebody in my chat right now. Just go out and get this job. I made $32,000 this month on Twitch. Now we're going to look at Kick.
So there it is. That's 2 days.
I've been streaming on Kick for 3.5 hours on my first stream, and I've already made $1,000 fucking dollars.
Splits like this were flooding the internet like crazy. Basically, advertising Kick a new platform for
I'm just saying, it's possible for everybody to do. I'm just trying to really motivate somebody in my chat right now. Just go out and get this job. I made $32,000 this month on Twitch. Now we're going to look at Kick.
So there it is. That's 2 days.
I've been streaming on Kick for 3.5 hours on my first stream, and I've already made $1,000 fucking dollars.
Splits like this were flooding the internet like crazy. Basically, advertising Kick is a new platform where instead of having to go work a 9 to 5, you just come to work 9 to 5 at your desk, stream on Kick, and make the exact same amount of money. And that sounds like a dream come true. But in reality, basically doing the same thing they did last time. Instead of just throwing money at these random big streamers, now throwing money at big Kick creators. Because the reality of it is, people aren't actually coming on here and making this amount of money being a small streamer on Kick. You have to average a certain amount of viewers, you have to stream for a certain amount of time, and it didn't seem like that wasn't actually enticing anybody to move over. Even at a certain point, people were exposing the reality of what it's like to make money on Kick, because Lacey actually got records of somebody who averaged around 100 viewers on Kick and showed how much he was actually making for streaming for long periods of time.
So I hit someone up on Kick who averages 100 viewers, and I asked him to send me his commission. He did. Somebody on Kick who averages 100 viewers in an 11-hour stream made $109. In a 7-hour stream, $40. In a 2-hour stream, $7.
Now, obviously, these strategies didn't stop and start overnight. This was a year ongoing thing with Kick, them trying to entice new people by throwing cash at them either not caring, taking the bag, and basically running off of the platform afterwards. At no point in time was this strategy sustainable, and at no point in time was it actually working. And then these big creators, fan bases were really moving over and saying Kick is the new app. They might go there to catch their favorite streamers, but at the end of the day, these people were uploading their clips still, they were uploading their stuff to YouTube, so it's not like anybody really had to use a Kick in order to catch any of their content. They could still enjoy them on other platforms, and they constantly did. It didn't seem like Kick was really moving any type of needle, and throwing a bag at streamers consistently wasn't working at all. And advertising a platform that's lawless where people can do and say whatever you want wasn't working either. And even had multiple streamers speaking out saying that they didn't want to go on the platform because of the weird things that were happening on there, or because all they were really doing was just enticing them with money.
Extremely crazy and unprofessional. Just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. A CEO of a platform, right, that wants to succeed is going on a podcast saying this. By the way, just want to point out, that's why your platform is never going to be anything. It's just the truth. Whether it's me you're talking about or not, it's never going to be anything. That's the truth.
You never get to Kick over.
Nah, yeah, I'm a probably, bro. Kick, I don't need a lot of lead, bro. You don't even want to be there. I'm trying to reach your Kick. Kick had it, bro. What I think they fucked up is their whole thing. Kick's whole thing was, if you come on our platform, freedom of speech, you can say whatever you want, which is good. At first, everyone was like, wow, freedom of speech, I can say whatever. Problem is that then allowed people, crazy people who are then questionable streamers, they come on this platform, they start doing wild shit. And now I think Kick's looking at it as like, damn, do we start moderating this shit? Or do we just let them go? Because we said we don't give them freedom of speech to do whatever. You understand? So it's like, it's a tricky point. I was dead ass gonna go to Kick at one point, but then I was like, yeah, but I just said on myself, but they offer a lot of money.
If you turn down 60 million to join Kick, why'd you do that?
It was alright. I didn't join Kick at the time because it was like, I got to realize like not all money is good money. Some money, I think some money that you take some deals decide that would like literally jeopardize and slow down having a few things up for. Sometimes you have to say no. It's just like this. I mean, it's cool, like it's generational, but I'm more like, what am I capable of the world? Like, what am I gonna be known for? I have such a great community
where I'm at right now. Why would I leave? As you can see, Kick's strategy over the years wasn't working. It wasn't enticing the viewers. It wasn't keeping the ones that they already had at the time. And overall, everybody's perception of Kick changed from this cool platform that you go on and be yourself to a dimmer platform that you went on in order to do weird things to other people or say bad things, just promote ideas that a lot of people weren't okay with. It seemed like this platform was going into the gutter, and people, myself included, were making videos on a consistent basis, basically every 2 months, talking about how Kick has failed, Kick is done for, Kick is this, and that. And it seemed like every single month there was a new reason as to why Kick wasn't going to be here anymore. Yet the platform gets for Vero on a consistent basis. Most recently has tried to figure out a new way in order to come back and take over the Twitch audience. And this way, it's not for money at any streamers, any content creators, but taking over the clipping market instead. And this might be their best strategy. Yes, the people, like not even just me, but normal people online have noticed a real recession of a lot of Twitch clips.
Have y'all been noticing like less clips? Tell me if it's just me. I know why, but I want to know. I want to see if y'all notice. Y'all been noticing, right? You know what happened? I want to give y'all the inside scoop. The Green app. All the Clippers, they sold out. They sold out, man. Aiming for the love of the game now. You niggas work for Eddie, which I don't blame you, brother. Eddie got it. I get it. 100%. Them niggas work for Eddie. You want thoughts? He works for Eddie. He would never clip this. Otherwise, Eddie gonna get mad.
Clipping as a whole has dominated the content space for a little bit now. And it seems like content creators, mainly live streamers, have taken big advantage of that on a consistent basis. Going platforms that you probably would never even imagine based on the small clips that have gone viral on all of these platforms. And you can really make an entire video on that alone. And the reason it is important here is because clips are what people are using to engage with this content nowadays. I don't know the time where people truly turn on a live stream. They're mostly catching up on anything that the creator is doing based off of their clips.
You can't get too consumed in motherfuckers that don't even watch Twitch. The niggas that hate on you probably don't even watch Twitch. They literally just watch clips. That's it. And you see how these motherfuckers clip shit. They clip shit out of context on purpose just to get motherfuckers to believe a certain narrative. So you can't even, they don't know. You know what I mean? If somebody texts you right now, hey, Donald Trump just got me, and that's all you see, and you're gonna start texting people, damn, y'all seen Donald Trump got me? But until you watch CNN, you don't know what's really going on. You know what I mean? So you can't even go on clips and folks. You can't even fault them for real, because they just don't know.
You be watching streams?
I be watching like 1 or 2. So,
Okay.
so like I'll be on the shorts. I'm scrolling through.
That's just how most people consume shit nowadays, I'll be honest.
Fancy Greek. Protein and taste. Always. Lysol brand new day mango range. With the same Lysol protection you trust, plus the amazing scent of mango. You'll be ready for anything.
The Infinity QX60 was clearly designed to make an impression, and my first impression is, wow, it totally fits my vibe. The interior is luxurious, it really is. The back seat has a ton of room. Hello. I didn't realize this would have a third row of seating. Consider me wow. Discover what you'll love about the 2024 3-row QX60 with premium care, included only at your local retailer.
Jesus. I gotta pick it up and eat it. Of content creation nowadays. Even for me, I don't tune into every single live streamer I cover. I try my best to gain the most information I can from the clips. If I truly need to, I will go back into a live stream and watch for some further context. But most people aren't like me. And I'm assuming even you watching this video aren't like me. And if I have a show you tune into here and there, but in reality, you probably just love about these people in their clips. So by Kick taking over that entire market, and basically capturing any clipper that they're essentially silencing any Twitch streamer and any of the visibility that they might do in order to face the Kick streamers as a whole. And it seems like that has actually been working. Not only have I been noticing this, DDG, but other people on the platform have realized that most streamers you're seeing are mainly Kick creative. So let me tell you something about switching. People fall off because they don't know when to move on. It's time to move on. The Clippers is how
you get seen. I haven't seen clips of anybody in months since Kate bought all of the Clippers. Now this is how you get seen. Now this is gonna become that. We're not switching because anybody. It's just like, bro, you gotta get with the times, bro. You have to get with the times. I want to be seen everywhere. I want to be the creator that goes where the platform is headed. I have to be there. You know what I'm saying? I got to get pulled. The thing is, if somebody is at work right now, right, and they don't even know I'm streaming. Somebody at work don't even know I'm streaming. They click Twitch, don't see a nigga on Twitch. They go like, oh, that nigga on here. You know what I mean? So, bro, you got to get with the times, bro. You got to get with the times. When shit over, it's over, nigga.
I noticed as I've been streaming these past few months, especially during my tours, when it really like clicked in my brain. I'm like, bro, this tour shit should be way more viral. You feel me? But I noticed like I'll be seeing more clips from Kick than Twitch these past couple months. And I'm like, what's going on, bro? A lot of streamers get collabs because they get clipped. The average person don't watch streams. If motherfuckers see you on clips every goddamn day, that's all they know. That's all they see.
At the end of the day, being a streamer or a content creator in general is being up in the latest things that are going on. Being seen by many people, people consistently wonder what you are doing. If that tends to come, people will tune into you less, you'll gain less viewership, you'll gain less sponsorship, you'll gain less people that actually want to hop on your stream. But in the inverse, if people are consistently seeing you, consistently knowing what your opinion is, and basically seeing you collab with any and everybody out there, it makes not only sponsors want to spend more money on you, but it makes even more people want to hop on your stream. They see that everybody else is doing. And that's a prime example of what Neon is like. You can probably see his face basically any and everywhere, and he spends a lot of money on Clippers. Even at one point, he was spending millions of dollars on them in order to get his visibility up.
Neil, do you actually pay Clippers $1 million a month?
Yeah, I told myself I'll never talk about this, but fuck it. Brother, they owe $1 million a month. Or is it 950 people?
Brother, you told me your fucking net worth isn't even 10x.
Sure.
Then how are you paying Clippers $1 million this month?
Yes, everything goes right back to them.
What? Why are you paying them? Like, you paying them on a per view basis?
Yeah, per view basis. It's based off how they do. So they got, in 1 month, they got, I think it was like 2.7 billion or something views across all platforms.
Stop.
Yeah.
2.7 billion a month?
Yeah. It's like 35 days. They're going crazy, bro. I owe them the world, man. Without the Clippers are nothing, bro. Like, genuinely. Like, actually, bro. While Clippers might be helping Neon on a consistent basis, there is one goal. The money has to come out of his own pockets. And that's pretty detrimental as a streamer who wants to not only grow, but make as much money as possible. Having to pay somebody 2.7 or any type of $1 million because they put you out this much is a pretty cool thing and very great for those Clippers. But for you, it might consistently put you either in the hole or make you have to spend the money that you probably want to use for a sponsor, a collab, or maybe even a trip to improve your streaming experience. With Kick's mini program and coaching all of the Clippers, all you have to do is come onto their platform and you're basically set to be clipped like everybody else. Instead of you having to pay it out of your own pocket, people are now incentivized to pay you via their own platform. If you could just exist on a platform, make more money, along with being seen by even more people, which just seems like a win-win. And anybody else who probably hears that is going to think the exact same thing. You don't even take my word for it. You just look at the newer streamers that are currently trying to switch to the platform after realizing this too.
A lot to offer to the platform. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to be taken care of the right way. And now, you know what I'm saying? Bad being on the other side, she like, come over here. I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been over there, but it seems like she comfortable now. And I don't like when my little shit get comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm just letting y'all know, I didn't get no signing bonus, I didn't get no bonus or anything to go over to Kick at all. I'm taking a risk, and I'm taking a risk, I'm taking a leap of faith at it, you know, and I think it will succeed. You know, I'm coming from YouTube, I'm coming from Instagram and switched Instagram to YouTube videos, from YouTube videos to Twitch. Now we're gonna switch to Kick, you know?
A lot of you guys that wasn't here yesterday, I'm gonna explain it a little bit. Your boy decided to start streaming on Kick only because we want to try something new. So we're going to be doing 120 days straight on Kick, man. You know, I've been streaming on one platform, so it's cool to not put all your eggs in one basket. Kick is going to really show a lot of love, man. They're going to show a lot of love. They're excited with the content ideas that we're going to be doing. I did not get a deal, okay? I did not get a deal, but You know, they're showing love. They're showing love. It seems like Kick's whole idea of taking a bag and just throwing it at these creators, hoping that their audience will move over, has completely changed. Instead, they're just going to take their audience away from them. That being their clips. If you flood the entire algorithm with just Kick streamers, then you're going to take away the visibility for even normal Twitch clips that go out. And then if that incentivizes more Twitch streamers to move over to Kick, and they see an increase in their clips going out, increase of people talking about them, it makes sense for them to want to stay there. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm making all of this up. Just say normal conclusion to come to. Even DG, after only streaming on Kick for 3-ish days, said he saw a boost in his visibility afterwards.
At the end of the week, I'm gonna choose what I want to do. At the end of the week, I'm gonna decide whether we're gonna make it like a draft into a different team, man. If that's the case, or staying on your team. It's like Curry, it's like fucking LeBron going from the Cavs to the Lakers. I mean, you never know. Really? At the end of the week, of next week or whatever, when is it gonna be a week? Then I'm gonna decide whether I want to stay on Kick or I want to go back to Twitch. But I have been seeing myself way more, for sure. Like, and y'all can't lie and say I wasn't right. It's okay to say you was right. I remember y'all was telling me before I said it, y'all like, you need to go change.
It seems like what Kick has right now is working. Again, this is the very, very early stages of it. I only have a couple of streamers to show you. Moving forward, you can see even more and more people talking about it. On a consistent basis, they're saying that they're not getting any type of Kick deal, just referring to it as Kick showing love to them. They're meaning that they're going to push you in the algorithm as much as possible with their click incentives that they have. And while that might seem like a very good thing for most streamers, it's really not, because the incentive is going to get views for clips of said streamer. At no point in time do their clips actually have to be good, have to pay you money for the likes. They can be complete lies. As long as it's a clip of you going out and getting views, at the end of the day, those clippers are getting paid, which I feel like is going to be the downfall of this next generation of Kick trying to gain streamers. Because we already see the cracks in that forming with normal clippers who get paid a lesser amount who are willing to go way farther.
Bro, I don't like Kick Chat, bro. I'm gonna give it a buck. I'm gonna just get to Rainbow take it away. Rainbow, take it away. I'm just gonna text him, bro, you know why? It's because I asked you to take down the last two posts and you flipped me off, but it's like, bro, I'm just gonna get to Rainbow deal. He knows what dude, he knows what the fuck he's doing, bro. Like, about it is so fucking funny. Like, I didn't even say this. I look crazy.
Oh my fucking God. A lot of text and phone calls back and forth were seen by the police. This is actual defamation.
Is that I didn't interact with this post because I knew that this post had nothing to do with me. Matter of fact, neither my name nor Pokey's is even mentioned in this clip.
Okay, so I'm just gonna.
Because the admin, by the way, doesn't have a problem with me and didn't say this about me nor Pokey.
I mean, like, how low is the person you have to be to use cancer to clickbait to get impressions? You don't know the actual user you have to be to use cancer to clickbait for impressions, but it's sad. It's weird. Like, you have to genuinely, like, actually, like, I raised money for breast cancer because of my mom had breast cancer, and for a page to just like use that just to get impressions and not only have to lie about it to get impressions, it's so weird. Like, I genuinely hope this page gets taken down, bro.
In the beginning of clipping, you did all for the love of the game. You did to capture a small moment in order to show to some friends or to put inside of the creative Discord or whatever for them to react to and laugh about it all over again. And so it evolved into people being able to post these clips on YouTube, TikTok, any type of short form platform and have it be shared to the masses. Even then, a bunch of people were still doing it just because they weren't actually looking to make money out of it. They were share all of these funny moments of the creators they enjoy until money got introduced, not only from the TikTok creator program, but also Exit program, and even evolving into all of these gambling deals that these creators were able to get, along with now Kick's new program that implements you into clicking all of their creators. In the beginning, it made sense to make the clip of the person actually be enjoyable, not only for the viewer, but also them, because it was a creator you actually like, and you want to creator to either like you or enjoy watching your clips. But nowadays, it's no point. Most of the time, these clippers aren't even fans of the actual creator. They're just looking for viral moments, no matter what the cost is. Even if they have to take old clips out of context, clip your current things and put a crazy caption, there's no real reason to actually care about what the creator thinks because the creators aren't the ones that are paying. It's actually an entirely different platform. And because of that, it causes so many streamers who probably not even want to say, yeah, that's all media Clippers, bro. Clippers. They just, I don't know. They just trying to get paid. I get it at the end of the day, bro. It's just like, but they don't always have loyalty to fucking have real, you know what I'm saying, caption. Like, nigga, they just trying to get engagement, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be shouting out a lot of the Clippers that just be authentic, you know what I'm saying, as far as their clips. Like, just name it what's really going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, not having a fake it, you feel me? Like, that's what really, like, fucked everything up or like that. Because, like, it make you not want to say nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody just switching words on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Whether they know it's right or not, you know what I'm saying? They just switch it. And it's like, man, now I don't even want to say that. Now I'm like, damn, should I speak? Like, should I not speak? But it's a streamer. It's like, these are how Twitch streamers are feeling. People who aren't encouraging anybody to have more and more clips to them. So you can only imagine how Twitch streamers are going to feel a couple months from now when they have crazy captions going out left and right in order to gain engagement. As you just saw, the poster boy of Kick, even Ross, was still having people say crazy and wild false things about him simply because they knew at the end of the day they were going to get a couple of bucks from it. So while this might sound like a good idea in theory, I see it ending like how all of the other ideas ended again, with people thinking it's good, trying it for a bit, and realizing the complications that come with it and returning back to Twitch or maybe even any other streaming service. At no point in time is Kick ever trying to improve their site, improve discoverability, or to do anything that really outmatches how Twitch's ecosystem is. All that they have done.
The Home Depot has free delivery, so you can get everything you need for out there or in here without having to go anywhere. Order today and free delivery from the Home Depot.
AI should be transforming your business, but that's tough if it's not connected to your data. You need intelligence where your data lives in an AI-native suite uniting financials, inventory, and more. That's NetSuite. Book a demo to see how it works.
I'll be honest with you, I've kind of stayed away from watching the majority of people's like reaction to Iceman. Only thing I know for sure is that it doesn't feel like I'm hearing that I'm not. I thought I was gonna hear way more hate. Like I thought like niggas is gonna be like just hating from the jump. And from what I'm kind of seeing, like yo, niggas ain't really hate that much. And I'm surprised by that. Niggas stop the hate. You know? So I'm a little shocked. I got it done. So I'm a little shocked, man. But I haven't gone through everybody's review yet. Not that I really care, you know. I just thought there would be a narrative already. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's 30 songs, dog. Like, bro, the person who hops out like already with the I got this figured out is a wild man. No, it's 43 songs. Like, if you chopping up, bro, we're gonna review this shit in sections. I'm telling this shit down. I'm reviewing this motherfucker in sections. Feel me? Section 1, section 2. You might do 6 or 7 songs. That's it. Bro, this shit gonna feed us for the whole year. Like, you can't rush greatness. They said Classes Malone. Bro, like, I'm gonna be, y'all be mentioning the names, like, no disrespect to Classes, but like, what do you think he's gonna say? Like, a nigga like Classes, like, yesterday was probably it was a creative way of how he could disguise his hate. Right? Like, yo, let me see if I can disguise my hate this way. Check, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody's like, again, I just watch. I've just seen their clips on social media, but I haven't watched literally what they've said. You know, I haven't watched literally what they've said. I'll be honest with y'all though, and I'll get into it a little bit later. Right? I mean, I see what Joe said. Shout out to Joe. But I'm gonna keep it B. I think Joe made a business decision. Joe's a smart nigga. I don't believe Joe's review one bit. That was great. All the fans that want you know what his fans and like most people want? They want a sweaty episode. He's running up in a white beater, looking broke. Fuck no. If Joe plays the cards right, he makes $2 million, $3 million. Not with hate. Like this, like the way how the pod handled it is a business move. That's great. That was amazing. I seen like 2 clips of it, and I thought Joe was gonna, you know what I mean? Because I had heard like what they said pre-album, and then I was like, oh, bro, they made a business move. That was good. You know what I'm saying? That was a great business move. And by the way, I know there's what do you call this band? The Patronis, they probably mad, like, nah, I paid 50 to hear the hate. Calm your broke ass down, okay? Joe about that back. That's why I like my he about that back. What are you talking about? That's what I'm talking about, man. That was a business move, man. That was a business move. I like that. You see, Joe made the perfect business move. The people like I watched one clip of Charlamagne. See, Charlamagne like Charlamagne was like he didn't really know. It was like musical chairs. He didn't really know where to land on this, right? Like he tried. Like shout out with Charlamagne. He tried to. We gotta get. You see, this is the shit that won't work. When you go back on the old narrative, like, we gotta thank Kendrick for this. Time out. Nope, not working. Get out of here. We're not buying it no more. Get off his penis. We're not doing it. Because, I see a show trying to do now we can thank Kendrick for this. He shamed him into, brother. 2 years later, no. Me and you angle, you take, come on. So, like, I see a show trying to get, like, the dope take. Like, he kind of got his take. I think he was just trying to be like, man, he just keep grinding. But that tape wasn't going. Wasn't going, Jack. And as I'm saying, I was watching, I'm like, damn. Let me see what's gonna like pop off. So I'm like, damn. Charlotte's take that's not what's really popping on social right now. And I'm trying to look at the other guys. I look at like the DJ dickheads and the rest of them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like nobody cared what they said. Like, it was like they were back in the relevance. Like it was the stroke that needed to get for them niggas. Nobody cared. I'm like, perfect. You know what I mean? I see Elliot do a couple things. I shot to Elliot, but I'm like, Elliot, I ain't gonna lie, man. I think that time is done, man. I can't see you now. It's okay. Get well too, brother. It's like, we love you. Like, honestly, man. But niggas don't want to hear that type of shit no more. Nope. We don't want to hear that. Nope. I can't see right now. I don't want to hear that shit right now. Nope. Good luck with the twins. We don't want to hear it. Nope. All right, love you, Elliot. Nope. And he's trying to like throw a little like, nah. Then I seen a couple like waste men. I don't even know their names. They're just like, he showed no problem. That didn't catch on either. Nope. Get out of here. Get on out of here. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's been good so far, Chad. It's been good. I can't complain, Chad. I can't complain, man. All the regular narratives, like none of them are getting pushed. Then I'm like, all right, maybe they won't think they got it with the numbers. Oh, the numbers came back. The point prevails. Oh no! What do we do? Like, I'm watching them. There's no success rate. They're like, how does he keep getting away with this? I even heard some of these, like, this was probably the best thing. It wasn't from haters though. It was like neutral people. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Drake really slammed the door on whatever era that was. Niggas call it the dot era. He slammed it. It's over. Like, even though I'm gonna give my full take on the future shit later, but he did slam the door. He did slam the door on, that era. Like, even how the song go, bro, we back outside, man. We having fun, man. Like, chicks want to dance, niggas want to, like, not read the dictionary in the club. Like, we having fun these days, man. Get that old shit out of here, man. So shout out to Drake. That's what I said. That era, it was like, bro, it was the recession. That was the real recession in hip hop. Nothing happened. He put on nobody, right? Like, that was the worst era in hip hop. And I think people are like, it's not like you want like unity and all that type of stuff, but shit, we want Drake collabing with Atlanta. We want all of these dope things. We just want good music and people feeling good about shit again. Because the hating shit that niggas started, who's a bad guy with the work stuff, like, he has a weird cake. That shit was just terrible, bro. So I ain't gonna lie, man. I think we closed that door. We on to a new era. It's a happy time, man. It's a happy time, man. I can't lie to you. Happy times. Happy times, man. Happy times. Oh, man. I needed it. Happy times, brothers. I'm telling you, I've been watching. I've been watching. And the crazy thing is, the people that wanted to criticize is so multifaceted. It's so multifaceted. Half of the people, I didn't talk to the boy. I shouldn't even take that. But I didn't talk to the boy. While he was explaining, because now he's going to be naked because he never told me 3 hours. So he's like, act. But he told me, like, I don't know if it's a maid of honor, but I'll tell you, we both agreed, and he's like, this is what I'm different from these guys. He's like, months later, while these guys are screwing up their face, like, wondering why their guy can't drop nothing. It's like, all the girls gonna be out at the party singing all the Avicii songs. Like, June Maid of Honor's gonna be going crazy. He's like, these guys don't understand those demographics. And I agree with him. I'm like, right now as Iceman, we all bumping that. We like that talk. Let's get aggressive out here. We back in the streets. So we'll get, as the months go along, you just want to feel good. Sometimes you don't want to be thinking about him dissing Jay-Z for being weird. Like, that stuff, you know what I mean? And then later on, shit, I agree with him. I'm like, I could tell Avicii is going to be he's going to be like Paul Adoro, where I'm saying it drunk on stream, harmonizing what to. So I go, yeah. Oh, yeah. My man knows demographics, something that the Crip Walking champion does not know. Okay? Y'all boy like, swap up. Like, all that shit, man. You trying to do a Berkeley song, sorry. Going out of here, swap up. Get out of here with that shit. That shit, man. Right now, let me tell you how it goes. Right now, you should be burning through that ice. Oh, man. He gave everybody a bar. You get a bar. Khaled, you think they're gonna get a bar? Khaled just applied for a Jamaican passport, nigga. You should see Khaled panicking. My boy Khaled panicking, bro. He panicking, bro. I don't know Jamaican like, lingo. The boy from the caption called up on God. Like, damn, bro, ain't you Palestinian or something? Like, why don't you call him Allah or something like that? What's going on? He said, Jah. So that's like, Jah is like, in Rastafarian, religion. That's what they're called. They're like, I would say God, but like their leader, right? So it's like Haile Selassie, Jah, right? And yeah, you know what I mean? I'm seeing like Khaled, you good? You good, right? I guess Khaled don't like what Drake like no more. I don't know. So right now, you should be rinsing through that Iceman, rinsing through it. By the way, all the teams, at least ones I follow, they're all putting up the Maid of Honors. They're all putting up Avicii, you know what I mean? I got to start saying the word right. Avicii. But yeah, they're putting those songs up, The captions are going crazy. I see them. It's all good. It's all good. So, and I told him, I said, yo, man, this shit is chefed up for the year, man. This shit is chefed for the year. Ask me anything for the year. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is chefed up for the year. Oh, nice. See that? This album is chefed up for the year. We're good for the year. We're eating good. You see, because when they think that, man, how much times I will play National Treasure? We're like, hold on, calm your bitch ass down. Your favorite is not dropping. We're gonna go play the future. So, man, we tired of this. Man, you ran to Atlanta. No, that's just the name of the song, you bitch ass nigga. After we're done with that, we're gonna go to Whisper My Name. We're gonna go through like 7 of them. We gonna give them hell, y'all. We gonna give them hell. Yup. Mm-hmm. Yup. Yeah. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm telling you, listen, on Maid of Honor, there's like 2 or 3 of them. 2 or 3 of them. That's all we needed. And on 50, oh my God, that's the shit. That's the shit, Zorn. That's the shit that's gonna be lasting into October. All the bitches that got lured out in the summer, when they want to talk about how niggas have punked and dumped them like a goddamn crypto stock or a meme coin, they gonna be putting up their lyrics. You feel me? How they got flown out on trips for nothing. It's okay. Telling y'all, man, it's a good time. It's a good time. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait till the boy go to LA and have his own pop out and do this one for the radio. For the radio? Show y'all how to really trip walk. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I gotta realize.
Watch closely and find the logo. Our online platform is waiting for you.
To truly feel your partner is to feel the alchemy of 37 degrees. Durex Intensity, where bonds deepen and senses awaken. New Durex Intensity. Feel the body heat.
Hey, I'm the residue. Spots on your glasses. Streaky bands. Plastic that comes out dripping. Oh, me. Oh, no.
Oh, yes. That's why you need Finish Jet Dry. It's not detergent. Jet Dry works after your detergent cleans to prevent residue, dry better than detergent alone, and prevent clouds for dishes that shine.
No.
Start with Finish. Finish with Jet Dry.
Shout out to the West, but y'all know Drake assisted y'all with the slaps over time. That's a fact. That's a fact. The other dude that had an error, he didn't really get much assist. Oh, yo, he was like James Harden on the Rockets. All right, come on, please. Yes, good. It was James Harden on the Rockets, y'all. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to see YM in CA. Oh, man. Shout out to Matt Drake. Not the one that you minus the 8K. Oh, man, that boy was blowing up. Yo, my dude took every shot in the world. He made all the songs sound good. He's still hitting melodies. Yo, that nigga Timbaland had no choice. Ooh, perfect pair. Yes, so let's fucking ooh. Yo, Timbaland had no choice. Timbaland got online and said, yo, Drake, you just talking something, man. You're welcome, Timbaland. You're welcome. Next time, if you need to leave a sample, make sure you click. Okay, that's what we're gonna say. All right, we love you. Felt like I ain't gonna lie to you. Felt like we won a championship, man. And this is a movement, this is a fan thing. They tried to end the boys. They tried. Y'all. Y'all know they tried. They tried.
They're not versions.
Chat, you know what I went through? When y'all see me with an OVO chain, nigga, y'all better fucking smile. You know what I went through? All you niggas call me a dick rider because I wasn't down to snake a nigga who is my favorite rapper. All y'all media niggas snaked him because he give you a fucking interview. Nigga, put some work in. That's why I'm number one. Not begging for no interview, nigga. I just go get mine, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? All you media niggas out here. He promised me 3 interviews and never gave it to me. Doc, what's up? That nigga, they paid them dust too. Yo, put it like this. All respect to my man. I ain't trying to diss my man, but it's true. I gotta keep it a fact with y'all. All respect to my nigga Elliot Wilson. Him and Drake fell out because he felt entitled to Drake giving him an interview. Bro, he went to the Not Like Us video. Yo, and Kendrick bought him up. Yo, Kendrick look at him, call him back straight to his face. Right ass nigga. Yo, come on, bro. Come on, dog. How you diss the man who gave you multiple interviews, run to the other side, and the man not even happy that you switched sides? It's like when Drake said that line, "Sure, you want to tell me secrets about a rap nigga, but I tell it's more attractive when you hold it down." Yo, the dude said that he went to the pop out and Kendrick looked him square in the face. You a rap? Like, oh, why you should have stopped Kendrick? What the fuck? What the hell? Yo, how you switch sides and the man just look you in the face and you a rap, bro? That's crazy. That was wild. That was wild. I'm realizing Kendrick is botting up all the guys who switch sides. You're not even respecting them straight up. No interviews, no nothing. No nothing. Straight up. I thought you was gonna get welcome with open arms. Nope. Violation instant, like, yo. That was crazy. Just saying that. I was just saying that. Shit was crazy. Somebody said, K-Dot never told nobody to pick a side. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. You're right. You're right. Kendrick never told nobody to pick on their side. I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all on that. But here's the thing too, I know what people was told about me. Yo, newsflash, unless y'all been dead dumb or fucking stupid for the last like 10, 15 years, if any rapper beats with Drake, dead or alive, I'm on Drake's side. I'm his biggest fan. There is there is no mystery. There's no, oh, where's that gonna go? Yeah, that's my goal. At the end of the day, when you're a Lakers fan, not because they play another team, you're like, no. Okay? Just let you know. Just let y'all know. Oh, come on. I need 10. Yes. Oh, thank God. Needed that. I'm back to 10K chat. I was down to $700. I was down to $700. I don't know how I just did that, bro. Oh my God. That was crazy. But I just want to let y'all know, for the misinformed out there, there is no need, okay, chain or not. And here's the funny thing. I'm glad that I have 10 years of y'all seeing me do this publicly, that y'all can't be like, oh, nah, this nigga, it's because he got a chain. Nigga. Never talked to Drake, nigga, when it came to start with Meek Mill, nigga. I don't like your music. Your music is just about rollies and a bunch of nonsense, nigga. This shit over here is sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The only person, music, just music. I wasn't Snake. I'm not a Snake. Snake is not. I ain't on that LeBron shit. Okay. So I probably have to stay out of it, but I will tell you, I'd probably root against Drake. Vybz Kartel. That's it. Vybz Kartel, the ultimate goal. That's my guy. That's Vybz Kartel. Straight up. But if it's not Vybz Kartel, and we talk about that's really dance over there. You know what I mean? In rap, it's always going to turn. So I just got you. It's got you. It's got Future. Yeah, no goddamn allegiance to no Future. Nigga, like I love Future's music. He's definitely one to go. But Drake's music is like Drake music is like a diary. It's like a fucking who book. Drake's music is therapeutic. Yo, Drake's music is different, bro. Like y'all hip hop niggas, y'all stand no chance. I'm sorry to say, no chance. In terms of how much I like his music versus y'all. So if y'all get into a lyrical squabble, a song for song squabble, put it like this, and I love Game. I'm still going. I'm sorry. Now, objectively, if I have to say verses, I would say I think Ye got the verse. I do. I do think he got the verse. But if we go on song for song, listen, I'm always gonna go all in on the post. Oh, that's not bad. Like, like poker terms. Go out and put that shit out of context. No! Yeah, of course. Oh, man. Wait. Thank you for the happy birthday. I love you guys. I'm telling you. So it's crazy when niggas is like, oh, look what the beef that they would act. Yo, end the speculation. Drake, my favorite rapper, I've been saying for the longest. If Drake get into it with Soulja Boy, lyrically, nigga, it's wartime. Nigga, I'm on Drake. What you talking about? They don't give us Kendrick, Pusha T, niggas, Meek Mill, nigga. What you think? That's the boy, nigga. Like, yo, you can't beef with the greatest modern musician. The only time I would pick it up is like, if Kendrick can beef like J. Cole, I'd call that shit mad. I don't even give a fuck. Like, I literally wouldn't care. So I'll be like, oh, I just wouldn't care. Like, Kendrick versus J. Cole, like, these are like two non-gold. Well, not non-gold, but like non-number one guys. So it's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, this is why the OVO fans be going crazy. This is why they start seeing how big a fan base Drake got. They start saying, that's box. Like, no, that's box. Like, no, that's called fans, dummy. Give me another queen. Oh, boy, I needed that. Boom. He said the sassy white boy say like it was a Jeremy Heck. Tell him too late, pussy. Tell him keep searching for that 11-year-old daughter. And keep trying to figure out the pedophile in it. Like, get out of here, nigga. We don't hear from you, nigga. Get your bitch ass on out of here, man. We don't hear from you. And honestly, like, I know some of the guys got in the chat, like, because I thought about it, I'm like, yo, your artist is great. Like, I really, like, my artist is the greatest artist. So, that's another thing with the Drake fans. Within reason, we gotta allow the haters and those other guys to appreciate it because good music is undeniable. So even their hate, they're like, ah! They're like, so, like, to some extent, we feel like, we gonna let it rock. We can kind of like fake, like, we'll chill, we're not gonna wild out too much. But for some guys, you gotta be like, bro, get the step. Man, get the step. Get the step. You feel what I'm saying? Especially for the guys who are even entertaining the pedophilia shit. It's like, bro, wait, so you tell me you listen to the PDF right now? You gotta remind him, Jack. Do not let these guys act like they weren't. You know what I mean? There's that one weirdo dude on YouTube. The little buff dude that made a song about me. I seen him reviewing Drake's album. He said Drake was fucking weird. How is he reviewing the weird people album? Bro, eat dick. Get out of here. Like, yo, y'all gotta check him. Like, bro, like, why are you even talking about this shit? Nigga, I thought you, like, them dudes took it from music to, oh, these people are bad people. Why are you listening to this shit? We know your bills need to get paid. Why are you listening to this game? Get out of here. You should be listening to not morally corrupt people. You say these people are morally corrupt, man, get your bitch ass one out of here. Oh, damn, fuck. Damn, Lonnie said this is gonna be a tough one. Hey, I'm gonna say now. I give 30 was with out. So like really, I'm cooked up. I'm cooked up. Yeah, no more. Like, if I don't win this, right here, yeah, it's not looking good. Oh, y'all wanna hear this? $1 million been sold on 60 times with me, and I finally took a break, and now I feel like I'm on this. Oh, I will say this last, and I'll say this. The boy is very pleased with his fans. He definitely told me like, I was driving around there. Everybody's like, Iceman, like he's fucking. He's loving how his fans is fucking celebrating this like a fucking parade in the streets, bro. He likes it. That's the only thing I'll say.
This video is finding you at the right time. My battery is at 11%.
It isn't even your own energy. Like, I feel like you've already stepped into this new version of yourself who knows that they're capable of, who believes in themselves so deeply.
Research shows that the same actions taken with different energy get you different results. Confidence makes you more likely to get what you want. And in this video, I want to tell you my science-backed formula to build extreme confidence using neuroscience. This is the formula that I use to completely shift my mindset. And it's the same formula that I give thousands of my clients all over the world that I coach. So strap in, because this one's going to be good. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Emily, also known as Emily Brain. I'm a trained neuroscientist. I've got 2 degrees in neuroscience, as well as many years of research experience in the lab. I'm now a coach to people in over 55 countries all over the world. I help them rewire their brain, shift their energy, and completely change their lives. And I'm here to help you do the exact same thing. So now let's talk about my top 10 science-backed secrets for extreme confidence so that you can stop doubting yourself and actually start to make your dreams come true. Number 1 is to regulate your nervous system. People think that confidence is just a mindset, but it is also biology. When your nervous system is dysregulated, your prefrontal cortex actually turns down. Your prefrontal cortex is the same brain area that is important for confidence, for belief in yourself. It's the CEO of your brain. It helps you be the CEO of your life. And so when your nervous system is dysregulated, the exact brain area that you need to be strong and active for confidence is not there to support you. Biologically, you're not set up for success when it comes to confidence if you're dysregulated. Now, a few kind of signs that you are dysregulated, I have no idea. Is my nervous system dysregulated? I don't know. Well, that looks like trouble relaxing. If you have trouble sleeping, trouble relaxing. If you are constantly overwhelmed, stressed, you feel like you're under this constant pressure. Maybe you feel anxious a lot of the time. You're very irritable or easily triggered. These can be signs that your nervous system is dysregulated. And I'm sure you've felt this before. On a day where you slept really well the night before and you get a really good workout in, it is way easier to feel confident versus a day where you slept terribly and you just wake up and you don't feel good. You don't feel as confident. Why? Because biologically, you are not set up for success when it comes to confidence. Now, if you are someone who hears structure and you immediately kind of want to run for the hills because that feels too rigid, I get it. I have been diagnosed with ADHD. I am right there with you. I don't like kind of super rigid schedules, but structure is so important. Giving yourself some sort of structure and system, a solid morning routine that allows you to have flexibility within the routine is extremely, extremely important. Hold you in place so that you don't crumble to the ground like a cookie. I just use that example because I actually focused South by Southwest and I was talking about how important systems are, especially for focus. And I had a picture of a chocolate chip cookie on the slide. It was crumbling to the floor and I was like, this is me without structure. Number 2, stop rehearsing failures mentally. A lot of people are unknowingly practicing being insecure every single day. They walk around imagining the worst case scenario, imagining failing. They speak to themselves like someone who's already losing. This is the way that neuroplasticity works. So you repeatedly practice externally, but also internally in your mind get strengthened. So the thoughts that you repeatedly practice in your mind that you rehearse, that becomes your dominant way of thinking, feeling, being. If you are rehearsing failure mentally every single day with your thoughts and imagination, you can expect yourself to be confident. Your brain strengthens whatever you repeatedly stimulate in your mind. So if you're walking around all day long, just beating yourself up, imagining failure, talking to yourself unkindly, you can't expect yourself to feel confident. That's the way that you are talking to yourself. Talk to yourself like you would your best friend. I actually have a practice of this if I catch myself, maybe not giving myself the grade that I know I deserve. I would pause and imagine that my best friend is coming to me with the exact same issue. So whatever it is that you're holding against yourself right now, whether it be pressing snooze too many times, it can be as simple as that, right? Like, oh, I pressed snooze too many times, I didn't get the work done that I said I was gonna get done. Whatever it is that you're replaying in your mind right now, whatever doubt that you're replaying in your mind right now, whatever negative thing that it is about yourself. Imagine your best friend walks up to you and says that thing to you. What would you say to them? Usually, it's giving them grace, giving them love, showing them acceptance, and being like, hey, you can't change the past. All you can do is do different moving forward. We don't expect the people we love to be perfect. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't expect the people that I love to be perfect. So you have to give yourself that same grace. Because why do we expect ourselves to be any different than we expect others to be? Give yourself the grace and the love and the acceptance that you deserve and that you give others. Another practice that I really like to do here is kind of pattern interrupt. And the way that neuroplasticity again works is whatever you strengthen. So anytime that you catch yourself in a negative thought pattern about yourself, pause and give yourself reason. You got to counterbalance the emotional intensity of whatever it is that you're practicing. But start also imagining best case scenarios. It's just so much more common for people to imagine worst case scenarios than best case scenarios. Like, it's so interesting that imagining a worst case scenario, like what if this goes wrong, is more normal and socially accepted than imagining, well, what if it all goes right? That's delusional. But imagining what if it all goes wrong isn't delusional. But the other half of number 3 is mirror work. When you practice looking at the image of you in the mirror while hyping yourself up, while saying affirmations out loud, while, talking yourself up, maybe even while dancing. I like to dance in the mirror as well. Doing something that boosts dopamine standing in front of the mirror actually helps to rewire how your brain sees you. Because in case you didn't know, you don't just see the world with your eyes, you see the world with your brain. All your eyes do is just take in light signals, and those light signals travel through the brain, and your thoughts, emotions, memories, and beliefs are all incorporated before the image is put together that you see. There are differences in brain activity in people that have, for example, eye dysmorphia. They've shown differences in brain activity. Their brains are literally putting together the image of them differently. It's not just all in their head. Their brains are literally constructing the image differently. And so you can train your brain to construct the image of you differently. One more thing about affirmations, if you struggle to do them, if you're just like, I try to do them, but I don't believe them, and my logical mind is just like, that's not true, and I don't feel good, it doesn't make me feel good when I do them. I had a client that was in the exact same situation, somebody that I coached, and something that really helped him was he actually got this old junk jet ski, fixed it up, and then every morning he would go out on the water next to where he lived, and go out on his jet ski and listen to my affirmation tracks while on the jet ski. And he found that they actually helped him feel good when he was already feeling good. And this is so important. It is so much easier to wire in a new positive belief when you are already feeling good. And so if you're feeling terrible, it might not be the best time to practice an affirmation, but try combining it with dance or with something that you enjoy. In the beginning, for me, I combined affirmations with going for a walk in the morning. I would make a matcha. Actually, at the time, I was still on like 4 espresso shots today, so I think it was espresso. But I would make my latte, and I would go out and I would walk throughout the city streets of Austin because I went to UT Austin at the time when I was beginning my journey. I would just walk and listen to these affirmations and say them out loud. And because I was walking, I could actually process them easier. And when you walk, actually, your amygdala activity turns down. So you kind of turn down the part of your brain that's like resist because you're in optical flow. It's actually like easier to absorb. But let's move into number 4, which is to build evidence aggressively. Now, there are 2 parts to this. The first part is to understand that you have already done hard things and you are doing way better than you give yourself credit for. Because I coach people all over the world, and it's such a common thing that nobody gives themselves enough credit for what you're doing. Recognize that you've already done so much. So I want you, after you're done listening to this video, to sit down and write out a list of everything that you've ever accomplished. All of the reasons that you already are a winner. All the reasons you already have to be confident. I had a client that I coached, and she actually printed out her resume. She printed out her resume, and she put it on the bathroom mirror. And every morning when she went into her bathroom, she saw her resume, and it reminded her that, oh yeah, I'm a badass. Like, I've done so much. I have so many reasons to be confident because I've already completed and accomplished so much. Celebrate your wins. Give yourself more credit. But I told you there was a second part to this, and there is. It's to actually do things that you're not confident doing. Do more things. Like, get out there and do things. Like, build confidence through action. Post the video. Send the email. Set up the website. Make the call. Speak up for yourself. Go and do that hard workout. Take the risk and do things that challenge you often. And when you do those things, pause every day and celebrate the wins. Because if you don't do that, you're not cashing in on the wins. Number 5, take care of your physical body. Exercise, shower, get ready, put on an outfit that makes you feel good. Do your hair, get a haircut, change the color of your hair. Do something that makes you feel confident with your physical body. Take care of yourself physically. I can't tell you how many times maybe I'm not feeling the best and it's just like, okay, I'm just going to take a shower, maybe style my hair a little lot extra than I usually do. Actually get ready, maybe do my makeup, go ahead and work out, and I feel so much better. Another important note here, in 5, is to get curious about yourself and take care of your physical body. But also, what other activities make you feel confident? Like, have you sat down and asked yourself, like, what are the activities that when I do them, I feel confident? Maybe that's another list that you can make after listening to them, and then start to do more of those things more often. I find that a lot of times those activities are activities that help you get reconnected with yourself, that help you sort of draw back in to who you really are and build that connection. Number 6 is to keep your word to yourself. Do the things that you say you're going to do. If somebody that you knew was always telling you they were going to do something and they never did, would you believe that? You'd be like, okay, yeah.
The wild is calling. Young Wild is praised by the high-protein nutrition that awakens the wild within. Young Wild, answer the call of the wild.
Cracker Barrel Signature. Discover flavors beyond the ordinary. Extra indulgence here. I think it's spicy there. Or that smoky touch that makes it your own. Add your signature with Cracker Barrel Signature.
Hey, gonna be rough out there.
But when you're in here, it's smooth sailing.
For decades, we brought you the very best for once.
Ooh, hand-painted.
And sure, if you repeatedly tell yourself that you're going to do something and you don't do it,
I find that a lot of times those activities are activities that help you get reconnected with yourself, that help you sort of draw back in to who you really are and build that connection. Number 6 is to keep your word to yourself. Do the things that you say you're going to do. If somebody that you knew was always telling you they were going to do something and they never did, would you believe that? You'd be like, okay, yeah, sure. If you repeatedly tell yourself that you're going to do something and you don't do it, and then you wonder why you don't believe in yourself, you have to keep your word to yourself. And this can happen with small things at first, like make small promises to yourself and then keep them. But don't make promises to yourself that you can't keep. Don't like hack your schedule with things like, oh yeah, I'm going to do all of these things. And then you're only going to beat yourself up when you don't do them. Don't set yourself up for failure like that. Include buffer time and make promises to yourself that you can keep. Because keeping a promise to yourself trains your brain to see yourself as trustworthy. And self-trust is extremely important for confidence and belief in yourself. Number 7, cut the people pleasing. If you struggle to say no and allowing people to take from you, 1, you're not teaching other people to respect you. And then you're also not teaching yourself that you are someone worthy of respect. Kindness is not always giving everybody what they want. And kindness also involves being kind to yourself and taking care of your own energy first. I remember when I first heard that you got to be a bad person to manifest, it took me off guard at first. Like, huh? You got to be a bad person to manifest? But I like that saying because if you haven't really gotten comfortable saying no and not people pleasing, it is going to feel like you're being a bad person. It will feel like that. Over time, you'll begin to understand that you're not being a bad person. You're just taking care of yourself and honoring your own energy, values, and boundaries. But at first, you will feel like a bad person. That's how it feels. But the bottom line here is that it really will be difficult to say no if you don't know what your values and boundaries are. A lot of times your boundaries are learned through experience. So it's okay if at first, somebody drains your energy or someone makes you mad or, frustrates you a little bit, right? But if you are angry, frustrated, or drained, those are clear signs that a boundary needs to be put into place. And so you learn through experience where you need to place boundaries. And as long as you honor that, don't hold it against you that, you didn't know because how could you have? But when you see these clear signs, don't ignore them. And getting clear on your values is something that you absolutely can do today. I have all of the people that I coach in the very beginning of working with them. Like, who are you beneath the conditioning, beneath the programming? Like, you came to this planet and you were programmed. Your brain was designed to be programmed. You were conditioned by your environment, by the people that raised you. And you have to then wake up to this fact that you are not your conditioning and you're not your programming. You are something much deeper than that, right? And when you become aware of that and you kind of go on this journey of discovering like, who am I really and what is actually the most important to me, and you become very clear on who you are and what your values are, like what are your core wants and needs in life, then it becomes a lot easier to say no to things when they don't align with your values. But if you don't know what your values are, it's going to be very difficult to set boundaries and to say no. Number 8, protect your mind from people who normalize limitation. Confidence is contagious, so is doubt. I say this coming from personal experience. I grew up around people and the people even that raised me, like, would doubt my goals and dreams and laugh in my face and be like, how are you going to do that now? You can use that 100% as fuel, which is what I did. But also, you get to this point where you're on this journey of building belief in yourself and confidence, and it's just, again, it's a self-respect thing where you don't really allow or tolerate anyone that doesn't believe in you and that doesn't have this sort of like confident or abundant mindset. And I totally get that can be a very lonely journey at first because it was for me as well. But when you shift your energy and you begin to live in this new state with this new mindset, I promise you, you will be attracted to more people that have the same mindset. And when you get around people that have this mindset, it just becomes so much easier to be confident, to believe in yourself, right? And we can dive into the neuroscience of this. We've got emotional contagion, which is this psychological concept where emotions are contagious. Energy is contagious. And I'm sure you've heard that spiritually, but scientifically speaking, it is true. We've got mirror neurons, which were discovered in monkeys. They were recording one monkey's brain activity. And this monkey was watching his monkey friends, eat food. And what they saw this monkey that they were recording from, his brain activity looked like he was eating food. They're like, he's not eating food. Why does his brain activity look like that? Because he was watching his friends do it. Your brain activates in ways similar to the people that you are around. There's also brainwave synchronization, where your brainwaves actually sync up with the people that you communicate with. And the level of sync correlates to the level of connectedness that you feel with the people. So the whole saying that you become like the people you spend the most time with is 100% true. Now, this includes people who gossip or talk badly about successful people. If you are around people, if you yourself or people that you surround yourself with gossip or talk badly about others, or especially people who are successful, you are literally training your brain to view success and view that level as unsafe, as bad, because you're talking bad about people that are successful. There are so many other reasons why talking badly about others and gossiping and focusing on negativity is not good for your brain. So many reasons. This is really the major one when it comes to confidence, right? Surround yourself with people who think big, take risks, and put themselves out there. What I've noticed about really successful people is that they don't have the time or the mental energy to focus on what other people are doing to tear them down. And so be like that. If you want to identity shift into a very successful, very confident person, super confident people don't feel the need to tear others down or talk badly about others. They just don't, because they already feel secure in themselves. Number 9, don't let temporary circumstances define your identity. Don't even let your present circumstances define your identity. When I was in my PhD and I was kind of realizing that in order to make my dreams come true, I was going to need delusional level confidence and belief in myself. Like, I just knew it because I would listen to interviews of all of these successful people, and there's a very common thread in the mindsets of most successful people, and it's delusional level belief in themselves. And so I knew that I was going to need that. And so I worked on developing that. And I remember when I first kind of graduated, I moved across the country to Miami Beach to start my business and work on becoming a full-time creator and start a business and do what I'm doing now. I really didn't have logical reasons to be as confident as I was. When I moved across the country, I had 30,000 Instagram followers. In less than 2 years, I hit 1 million Instagram followers, and now I have 2 million. But I really, like, when I decided to full send that dream, I really didn't have like logical reasoning behind why I should believe that I was going to be able to do that. And I remember when I actually told someone that used to be in my circle that I had this dream of reaching this certain financial income, and this person literally laughed in my face and said, "Who told you you could do that?" Now I don't have a relationship with this person anymore. And of course, that motivated me to prove them wrong. And within a couple of months, I did it. I reached that financial goal. But my reason for these examples is really just to say that there wasn't really a reason that I thought that there wasn't a reason to believe I'd be able to do that. There wasn't. And so you can't let your temporary circumstances, your present circumstances, define the level of belief that you have about yourself. And yeah, that might seem delusional. It might. But in my opinion, you kind of have to have that delusional level of confidence. Like, I see it all the time. Like, out there, there's this kind of common advice that I see that, oh, you're not going to feel confident until you go out and achieve things. Like, I have a hot take where, no, I think that you got to feel confident before you go out and achieve things. And if that's delusional, fine. But that confidence and that energy is going to make you so much better when you actually go and do the thing. And yes, going and doing the thing and putting that will help to build confidence as well. We already did that earlier. But I'm giving you permission right now to believe in yourself and to be confident in yourself without having any real huge wins or big things that you've done. Like, it's fine. And this moves us into number 10, which is going to wrap it all up and send us home. And it's really, honestly, in my opinion, the most important point that I'm going to make in this entire video, which is that true confidence comes from knowing yourself. True confidence comes from knowing yourself on a deep level, on a soul level. Because if your confidence relies on achievements and external validation and wins and doing things all the time, then it can be taken away from you in any moment. But when your confidence comes from within because you know who you are, that's extremely powerful.
I don't know who I am.
My life completely changed. My level of confidence completely shifted when I developed trust in myself and trust in the divine. Now, I didn't used to believe in a higher power or be spiritual at all or anything like that. I did not used to be that way at all. And my confidence completely shifted when I understood that I was divinely guided and protected, that I'm connected to everything that exists and that I'm not alone, and that I am divine life force energy in a human body. When you begin to believe that your life has meaning and that you are here on this planet for a reason, then you will also begin to understand that doubting yourself is doubting the divine. And I'm going to say that one more time because it's important. Doubting yourself is doubting the divine. And if you're like, okay, I'm cool, like how did you develop trust in yourself? Start listening to your own intuition, like practice it. Now, I have an interesting way of working on trusting myself, which was actually when I was in my PhD, I would go hiking and I would purposefully go off trail and get kind of lost. Google Maps, I still had maps, so I wasn't actually getting lost. I wasn't in danger, but I would get lost on purpose. And then I would try to get back to my car without checking the maps. And at first, I would, I'd be like halfway back and then I would check because I was starting to question myself. And every time I would do that, I'd be like, damn, I was on the right track. I should have questioned myself. And over time, I started to build that trust in myself and listening to myself. This is where I developed this whole kind of saying that I tell all of the people that I coach, which is that you don't need to know how to get to the top of the mountain from the bottom. All you need to know is the next right step. And that is applicable to so many different areas of life. You practice trusting yourself by listening and acting on your own intuition, and then over time you get better at that. But all of this is to say that true confidence comes from remembering rather than proving. Like real true confidence is not about proving to yourself that you're worthy. It's about remembering that you already are. Remembering that you are divine life force energy in a human body and that you're divinely guided and protected. Like imagine if you could have that level of trust in something, that you almost become fearless. And that's what happened to me. I kind of had this ripple realization before I went into the PhD. And people would ask me like, oh, aren't you scared? Because I was moving to a different state that I've never really been to before. People would ask me like, oh, aren't you scared? And I just wasn't, because I just had this trust and this belief that I was divinely guided and protected. If you made it all the way through this video, shout out to you. I hope that you get the most extreme level of confidence and belief in yourself that you've ever had using these tools. And if you want help, if you want to work with me, if you want to go through the Minecraft method and experience the community and the program and the transformation, you can find links for that, and everything that you need to know about coaching with me and the Minecraft program will be in the description. But other than that, I'm sending you so much love, and until next time, stay blessed.
What the fuck are you calling about? Calling
Good luck trying to advance. We have a hunter's meal at McDonald's.
Let's practice meal. Hours. I'm gonna get shaker fries. Hours.
That's right.
Zoe, that for the thing.
Oh, benefit. Welcome to RBC and benefit of basic.
Oh my god, dang. I'm taking this. I don't know what the fuck this is. Believe in yourself. A massive miracle shift is happening in my life.
So excited because I just went on a ride. Beautiful harmonies. And
Atlanta, niggas, know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be sharing 3 points in this video. The first is that you are not cursed, you are just stuck. The second is that do not be afraid to rely on yourself. And the third is that your pain is actually your strength. Point 1, you are not cursed. Okay, so let's unpack what this means. I know this feeling. I know this feeling of being like, why can't I ever figure it out? Like, I am just doomed to be a fill in the blank forever. I'm just doomed to be a loser forever. I'm just doomed to come in 5th place forever. This feeling can permeate our work, like, oh, I'm just never gonna get that promotion. It's never gonna happen. If you are a creative, it can permeate your art. Why can't I move past this block? Why are other people getting attention and I'm not? If you're a creator, you can start second guessing and be like, maybe the world is moved on. Like maybe there's some trend or some algorithmic thing that like I just don't understand and I'm being left behind. Here's what I truly believe because I have lived it so many times. Life can change for you in an instant. And I can't explain why. Like sometimes there are just, it's like something in the air or something in the universe and you're just like, oh, I was never able to do that before, but now I'm able to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
And sometimes it happens.
Sorry.
And you wake up and you're like, oh, it's easier now. And other times, like a decision where you're really sitting with something, and in that moment, you're just like, okay, I've had enough. I'm going to do something different, or I'm going to try something different. What I've been doing hasn't been working, so let's try something else. And when you actually go and try that new thing, it does actually work. Sometimes it's conscious and sometimes it's not, but you are not stuck. Things are changing every day. People, the weather, your mood, your creative energy, things in the environment, like being outdoors versus not being outdoors. Like things are changing all the time. Like you would be amazed. Like things just sometimes resolve themselves. Like sometimes the boss you had, which is like not a nice person, all of a sudden they get promoted or they leave and all, and then you have a new structure. Like things are changing in the company all the time. These things are changing in your life all the time. Progress happens gradually. So as you guys know, I've been doing adult gymnastics, which is as ridiculous as it sounds. I go once a week. But basically, I've been doing this thing with the bars. I've been like swinging on the low bar, okay? And the first time that I tried to do the glide swing, I literally could not do it. Then probably 7 weeks in a row, I just still couldn't do it. It's like my ass was too heavy or just like it wasn't working. And they kept being like, lift up, like tuck your stomach. I was like, I can't do this. And then last week, I just did this thing where I'm like, okay, let me try to like push my butt back a little bit. I swung and I glided. I just glided. What? How did that happen? Okay, you know what? Sometimes when life changes, we don't have to even question it. I was like, I don't even know why or how I just did that, but like, game on, let's go. So in your life, you might be on the week 4, the week 5, the week 6. And you're so close to getting that change, to having it break open. So don't give up just yet. Don't get fatalistic and in your brain about like, oh, this never works out for me. I can't do this. What's the point? I'll just give up. Like that's when most people give up. You are not most people. So just keep going, keep showing up. And I used to be like, what is the point of this? I'm coming once a week when nothing's happening. I'm just like sucking every week. And it's not like every week is a suck. And then I had the breakthrough. That's how it works. Number 2 is don't be scared to rely on yourself. And this is truly me talking to me. Okay, this is just a pep talk for myself. When I'm in the pocket, I am very in it. I can be very consistent. I can show up. I can do the work. I can do hard things. I can be going to the gym, all the great things. Sometimes, however, something knocks me off. Okay, I get sick.
I get a fever, a kid gets sick, they go down. Sometimes it can be like a food thing where it's like, I'm doing really, really well. I'm eating on my plan. I'm like tracking my stuff. I'm like hitting all my goals. And then one day I just like slip and fall. And then I just get so frustrated because I'm like, oh my God, that might lead to a week of like bad eating or more. And then I have to pull myself back on track. And this process is frankly very exhausting because you just feel like, oh, I don't even know that I can rely on myself. Like I am the engine of all of this. And if it breaks, like, what am I going to do? And even as I was saying that, I realized what's wrong with this statement. It's because I am not the engine. Okay. That's too much pressure on one person. I am in collaboration with my ancestors, with my helping spirits, with my family, with my friends, with you guys. I'm not in this alone. So we have to tell ourselves, it's normal to fall off. It's normal to get off track. It's normal. I mean, this is what meditation is, right? Bring your thought back to center. Bring your thought back to center. Bring yourself back to center. This is very normal. And even though it feels exhausting because you're like, I'm not even making any progress every time, it's like one step forward, two steps back. Like, that's actually not true. You are making progress. Things are getting better and better. If you fall off, you know what? Girl, that's just life. You just have to pick yourself back up and be like, well, that sucked. Okay, we've done this before. We've been here before. And every time we pick ourselves back up, we get better and better and better at it. And finally, point 3, the pain is actually strength. The pain is a window into a healing. And if you have healed something, you have actually gained wisdom. This is the dark night of the soul. This is the path of the wounded healer. This is the idea that whatever hardship you were going through is meant to inform your art. So if you have writer's block and you're like, I can't access this right now. I feel stuck. I feel imposter syndrome. I feel like, what's the whole point of even writing this novel? Like, who's going to read it anyway? Okay, take that, use that emotion. Don't you think your main character or your antagonist feels the same way? Maybe that's part of the origin story. Maybe that's part of the information that we can use to inform the writing. You feeling stuck, that's a high and deep emotion. So use that, channel that into your writing, channel that into your art. The mood you feel, the fear you feel, the pain you feel, let that become the palette that you draw with, or the word bank that you write with. Every single time that I mess up, I'm like, that's content. Like, I literally, every time I panic, every time I have a fear, I'm like, all right, this is something that I am working through. That is something now that I can talk about, because that is going to help me process it. That's going to help me transmute it. That's going to help me change it from a negative to a positive. When I think about my coaching practice, okay, it's not an accident that I coach people who feel stuck and feel lost and don't know what to do next.
Watch closely and find the logo. Our online platform is waiting for you. Your offer is ready. Lots of amazing games to explore. Remember our logo and find us online.
We're inside the 50% off the 20-day sale at Old Navy. Let's see some love. Yeah, sure. Go on, Stripes. I see you red dress. Hold on. And it's 50% off.
Did you know flavor all comes down to the bubbles? So we discovered the perfect.
I am very familiar with that terrain. Do you think that was random? Do you think that was by chance?
Of course not. I coach on that topic because I hang out there a lot. I am like your little campus tour guide. I'm like, bitch, I know these four walls very well. Let me give you a tour. And so when I'm with a client and things are coming up that are deep and dark, and they inevitably say something like, I'm sorry, I know this is a lot, you know, I don't run away. I don't try to change the topic. I'm like, yeah, and tell me more. Like, because I know these things. This doesn't scare me, right? And you will do the same. Like, art is about transmutation. It is about taking the everyday experience and you know, either expressing that, changing that into some physical form, right? Or helping to process that. The best art isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Okay? It's something that makes you feel, that shows the expanse of the human experience, which you're very familiar with. Okay? So let that become and inform your talent. Basically recognize that shit is fuel. And
I think a lot of us have a deep inner knowing that we talk ourselves out of. Like, there's so many things in my life that I've just had a knowing, you know, it was like a calling and a vision for my life. And it didn't make any sense, especially if I was looking at my external reality, you know, but it's just things that I couldn't shape. And it's just so interesting to see and look back on my life and see, I'm like, damn, we get it. There's my hair car is like all loud like that, you know? And people driving by with their trucks, I'm like, we get it. But anyway, as I was fucking saying, you know, personally for my life, it's looked like I've always known I was going to be a content creator. I always knew I had a voice for a reason. I always knew I was good at public speaking for a reason. I always knew that the things that I've gone through in life, it's so that I can learn and I can share with people. And I have a gift of vulnerability that is here for a reason. You know, I've literally always seen myself as my own boss. Like, I remember watching like The Devil Wears Prada, and I always looked at Miranda. I mean, obviously she's like a bitch, you know, but like just her and her bossiness, I was always like, yes, you know. I've always loved female rappers, you know. I love like a boss ass woman. Like, I don't know, I love like having authority over life. I just always knew that like that is what I wanted for my life. And I've been able to watch these things happen and unfold. And the way that it's been able to happen is because I've like followed that knowing no matter what challenges have presented themselves. And everybody's vision looks different, but I truly believe God puts a calling in your heart for a reason. You know, we are here in this reality. We don't know if we have another life after this. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Let's be honest. Everything that we learn in religion and stuff, it's just theory. But what we do know is that we're here. We're experiencing this lifetime in this body, in this avatar, with this soul, you know, meeting the people that we're meant to meet, experiencing the things that we're meant to experience, learning the things that we're meant to learn, being exposed to certain things, you know, all to shape us to be who we are. And I think it's like, you know, there's a lot of debate on like destiny and fate versus, you know, free will. And I believe in both. Like, I think that we kind of get to choose if we want to believe in our destinies and our fate, or if we just want to let what the world tells us is real be our reality. And speaking of like the world telling us what's real, I think we're fed a lot of illusions of what success looks like, luxury, and I don't know, I don't know, actually live different for different people, you know. For some, it's like the American dream, right? It's like white picket fence, you know, mom, dad, 2 kids, you know, football, cheerleading, like all that kind of shit. For others, it's traveling and exploring the world. Some, it's college, right? It kind of just depends on what we're conditioned by. If your family is kind of conditioning you to want kids, you know, like your parents are like, where are the grandkids? But your dream is to travel solo and be your own boss, then you're dealing with a different type of conditioning. Or it could be the other way around. Maybe your family is pushing you, you know, for a certain career or whatever, but you just want to be a stay-at-home mom, you know? So everybody's dream and their vision for their life is different. And we get conditioned in different ways by reality, like our external reality. And I really think it's like tests. And we have to have discernment. I mean, when it comes to dealing with other people, you just have to realize that you don't know like what state they're living in. And also, I always think this: you're not going to die as me. I have to look back at my life. I have to sleep with myself every day. Why would I care? And there was a time where I was scared that I was going to disappoint people, or people were going to think I'm too much. And who does she think she is? You know, to be online talking and acting cute and da da da. I'm like, first of all, I was cute before I was online. I have been all that before I put the camera up. But you have to let go of.
This is Fred King coming out of Red Deer, Alberta.
The field along 30th Avenue in Red Deer was the scene of a brutal attack on Monday, and it was all caught on camera. This video obtained by Global News is part of the RCMP investigation. You can see a girl attacked for over 2 minutes, pinned to the ground, being kicked and punched, and having her head slammed down.
There was multiple 911 calls that came in, and from that point, our general duty member responded.
The victim is only 14 and was transported to hospital in non-life-threatening condition. Alleged attackers, also 14.
So it's some stalking in the head. Let's sit down because it's pretty graphic.
Violence isn't okay.
The video was uploaded to social media. It's hard to watch for Megan Jocks, who says her daughter was a victim of bullying.
When my daughter was threatened to be jumped, it wasn't just, I'm going to beat you up. It was, I'm going to kill you. So seeing this it really is triggering.
According to Red Deer RCMP, this is the second incident since May 4th that ended in teens being arrested for aggravated assault.
We've had a significant increase in the last 2 weeks of the types of calls that we've had come in particular these 2 files. Aside from that, there haven't been any further trends that I'm aware of.
Red Deer Public Schools says its schools are safe and that it is aware of Monday's hit.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You really ain't been on the thing, man. Damn, good. Man, my brother said the same shit. I didn't believe him. That's crazy. No, I'm fucking with you, bro. Hey, I'm behind your shit, cuz. I'm just all this thing off. Here we go. I'm still scoring these streets, baby.
Your own energy.
I told her before she catch feelings. I love it and appreciate every single one of y'all for showing in, tuning in.
What the fuck?
I was gonna stream. Don set up a stream with Adrian Broner and Dean McGray. So I mean, we don't all do it together. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Oh my God. Black streamer with black boxer, and then Mexican streamer with Mexican boxer. Oh. And then we would just get Adrian Broner mad drunk, and then just hook him. Whoa. Yeah. I was just kind of looking like Adrian Broner. Shout out to Adrian Broner. He came out to Gummo in 2018. Did he? Yeah, he came out to Gummo. Look, I ain't even gonna see what he says. He just offered you this. Let's check it out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Look, what I'm gonna do is he just wanted to have your titties out. No, I'll put your mouth open. You know what? I went too low. You know what? I went too low. Right.
No, winner of this fight, $5,000 door after credit. Fight needs to get finished though, either a KO or submission. 5,000.
Please calm down. The bishop and everything.
I went and bought me an outfit today that costed a lot of money today. You know what I mean? Because I figured that Wu-Tang was going to win. I don't know how y'all see it, but when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children. You know what I mean? Puffy is good, but Wu-Tang is the best. Okay? I want y'all to know that this is ODB and I love you all. Peace.
Pretty much take it up.
He said I'm gonna show you a little boy. I knew it was gonna be some shit. So Burger King has breakfast. I've never had it before. And people it is quite amazing, beloved, because what you are doing.
I need to stop dressing like that. Weird.
Hey, go man. Goodness, the third one.
Y'all need to.
People are afraid to be pried loose from their ignorance. Because they know their ignorance so well, they know it better than they know their body odor. And if you say, come on, give up your ignorance, they get into that terrible position, terrifying position which Shakespeare talks about at the end of the soliloquy, Hamlet's soliloquy. They'd rather bear the ills they have than fly to others that they know not of. Thus conscience doth make cowards of us all. So they're cowardly. People,
I said, I don't care if you're, just be an honest one. I'm a good one. Your phone's got deleted. Never been deleted. You've been on one. Nah, it ain't never deleted. You can't delete that. That shit is on the computer. Right. You can't delete. We ain't just, this ain't no iPhone update. I said, I don't care if you.
Italy. Listen, dog. Street cred don't pay when you should. Your knees down, right over your back gotta go off. Ready to go back. You shouldn't stay here like this because he's gonna throw you. I can't stop God to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to these people, Ricky.
But it can't go into specific details about the investigation.
But what I can say is that the board and school division is using the highest disciplinary action under the Education Act.
Meaning the accused could be expelled.
Could be. Could be. It's crazy. Again, when I saw the story about it 4 or 5 years ago, pretty sure I felt like a lot of you were feeling, which is some anger, some sense of injustice to see. I've been young teenagers, nobody's face to look like that. Nobody's face. Look at that. She was a big girl when I was my face, and she wasn't allowed to throw me out. And I feel for her. I feel for the mother. I imagine how helpless the mother has to feel seeing her own. Yeah, it's very heartbreaking. Anything that could be, like this school. 11, 14, what kind of juvie time are we looking at? We don't know. Likely, they're going to be out in a long time. And some people are being very disappointed by that because they want a sense of justice. What do you think when you hear this? I have a hard time being putting myself in the place of the father. Father that the daughter looks like that when he goes to get her at school. I did not send him to school to look like that when I come to get you. So I have a hard time. I have a hard time imagining how I would feel if my daughter would look like that when she go back home. And I got to order, I go get out of the hospital, and there's another kid in the school that did that. Yeah, I got a keep real justice at this point. Like I really, and it's like it's stronger than me. I continue to value. Especially for me, I do not care. I don't give two fucks. If that's what you do, you gang up on people and you do that. If that's what you decide to do with kids, I want you to have the same feel. I want you to feel for your life. Just for instance, I do. And I know what I'm saying is very comfortable. Oh my God, Renato, I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna feel the same way if it's my daughter that does that to other kids. I want you to feel fear. If my daughter would go out there and do that to other kids, and I come to find out you did what? You did what? You can call me a whole ass bitch if you want. No, you're going inside. Judge, Shanice Miller. I'm gonna feel an extreme amount of failure because I know damn well that's not how the fuck I raised you. I raised you like that to do for you to do that. Where did you? I'm gonna question. Where did you get this idea that this was okay? That's what we're doing to people. We're ganging up on people, make their face bloody, and sending them to the hospital. That's what we're doing. Holding them down to kick them. If my daughter did that, but you need to feel the wrath of the consequences of your action. You know, I thought to myself when I talking which one would be worse for me. And I think it's quite clear. The one, it's like, I imagine the one thing you can send your child out into the road and you find out how unsafe the road is to them when your child comes back home terrified and deeply hurt. But then to find out that fear that you have, that your child gave other parents that real life experience, gave other kids that trouble. I'd be questioning my whole existence for sure. And I think, you see her face. The physical stuff is going to go. The mental structure is, and for the family too, the mental aspect that's the most devastating. Because don't forget, they uploaded this video online. They had other kids witnessing and watching her get beat. If you watch back that video, if that girl didn't put her hand over her head when she was getting stomped, she could have died. Go watch that video. That woman is stomping on her head. That level of violence, you can definitely kill somebody like that. And to know that video gets uploaded online so that child can go and relive that. Someone can send it to them whenever they want. You made a lot of places unsafe for her for a very long time. I don't know. The pain that's up in this, people wonder why the whole subdivision thing is so crazy. It's like, goddamn, the bullying is crazy. So the way that these people weaponize social media to make sure you can never escape it, that it will follow you everywhere, that everyone's going to find out, the added aspect of shame and sharing and virality is disgusting. So I couldn't even begin to tell you how you feel, stuff. But, at the end of the day, whoever the parents of the bully are, they got to work with that. Should the kid be expelled? Absolutely. Attempted, was it, I don't remember the other charge. No, that's battery. That is not. The way she was stopping, that kid can't come back to school. Can't come back. I'm sorry. Yeah. And it's not about punishing her. She is a risk and enhancer. She cannot come back to that school. Now people are talking about punishment. Everyone's talking about how the sentence be too light. And this is probably where I'm going to say the unpopular thing. But I think for a teenager like this, you know, being that they're 14, I don't think the right idea is to go into it with like sending them to prison for 25 years.
No, it's not.
At the end of the day, we do want these people to rehabilitate and come back into society. And these developmental years, if they spend it in jail, if they spend it with adults, you're going to pretty much guarantee that these people have no chance at rehab. They're going to go to their developmental years, but in a cage. So, yeah, maybe what I'm saying is not the best, and I get it because there's a huge sense of injustice. But I don't think we make the world a better place by sending these kids and making sure that they'll never be decent adults. So, you know, based off whatever the research says in regards to getting people to be upstanding citizens who pay their dues and stop doing dumbass shit, go with that. Go for whatever they're on. Sending a 14-year-old to jail for 25 years is not the answer.
It's not, because the people have to jump as an adult, I'm like, no. Because they're going to an adult job and do their stuff.
Or even there doesn't do that pipeline, it's not even better because they only have that experience. And by the time they're talking, they literally just always look at. So, I don't know.
We have these vehicles assigned to the blue ribbon. Dozens of people have showed up outside of the courthouse to show their support for 14-year-old Rylan Winston. Now, the teenager is dealing with several injuries, including a potential long-term eye injury after a violent assault. Her family said they are grateful for the community support. It's overwhelming, but it's really nice to see so many people in the community care. Stephanie Raffle said it's been quite the week as her daughter, Rylan Winston, recovered from serious injuries.
Very traumatic, to be honest, and the moment I see her on the ground to the hospital, to the eye doctor, specialist support, and the whole experience has been very, very traumatic. And hard on me, I'm trying to stay strong for my daughter, but it's mentally exhausting.
On Monday, RCMP responded to an assault at a field in the Lancaster area. The video of the teen being attacked circulated online. Today, dozens gathered outside the Red Deer courthouse to call for an end to bullying and to show support to the family. Many showed up wearing blue, Rylan's favorite color.
Well, there's a lot of times where, like, I don't know, the sky calls me, and I thought of that, so that's what I would think.
Two 14-year-olds have been arrested and charged in the attack. Now, Red Deer Public School said that they're looking at possible expulsion for the two accused. Now,
So, I thought that was cool for the community to do that. And, I'll see the colors. No. It's just fine.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Whatever.
There's every menu displayed at Burger King, inspired by the Mandalorian logo. Try the new menu today. But it's basically one day is made about 20 M's. Juice kind of cool.
Yeah, she's cool. I want to stream with her.
She's really nice, actually.
Yeah, very nice. Stream with her.
But she was, our stream was like low-key viral, but the thing about her is she was on Dick Roddy,
I mean, I think that was her big.
but still,
Oh, I think Joe said. Shout out to Joe. Shout out to Joe. Jack, when y'all see what a homie on the chain, nigga, y'all better fucking slow. You know what I like to do?
Fuck Stephen A. Stephen A, Stephen B.
Get your ass is stupid. You looking like you in some dungeon or whatever. You're gonna make 57 next year, 61 the year after that, 67 the year after that. You're investing in $304 million in a studio, the director, the producer, calling up the mind, you ain't work, probably can't even get the full sound of it. Get that together. Stop being so damn cheap. You got the money. Pay it, okay? For better production. Get your ass.
Stephen C. My nigga's job is Kenneth Burger's job, and then it's my job. That's how it be. Hey, good job, man. Hey, it's a little play the game. It's the vision that you're running with. You're making it seem like the narrative that Kendrick makes more intellectual sounding music, or I just saw a video. One of my people sent me a video that breaking down like Kendrick's lyrics, and they said that Kendrick, like, he has more complex lyrics, and the songs are more complex for beat. Drake,
anything and everything. You see how I'm talking about my friends, and I ain't trying to talk about that, but that's how Drake probably talk about me. Drake put me on a fucking private jet and booked 10 rooms at the Four Seasons. Like, bro, you can tell, like, that's just the standard. When Drake was like, before Drake booked the flight, I think Drake was like, yo, I want you to come try to do this shit real quick. He's like, yo, let me just find like Dave for the set third. I'm gonna send you a burger. And I'm like, I mean the American Airlines? Like that was like he was talking in codes over the single verb. I'm like he was talking about this shit was mad regular. You know what I mean? Verb. Like they said in the store. I was just yeah, everybody like broke ass nigga. Another day. Broke ass nigga. It's all good. I want to be somebody broke right. I've been trying to be somebody broke right. I said, you surprised I get a Birkin bag in Toronto? I'm gonna be honest with you. Yo, I gotta show y'all the video of me getting the chain, bro. I don't get no. Oh. Yo, chat, I gotta show y'all the video of you get the chain, bro. This is how much I don't get gifts. I actually said to him, I'm like, I thought it was his chain was yeah. I thought it was on a good day. He's a little bit back because skin. Let's get that. I do the same thing every time. He didn't even come 20 minutes. Shaking the lyrics. Shaking the lyrics. As I keep showing us how many you guys over here. With all that good shit. You don't want to play with. Bro, just use it. That's working. It's just use it. It was me. We'll sit down and take over, make that chopping game again. Say, man, you keep holding your head up, nigga, you the best. Don't let them tell you nothing, you the best. Nigga, yeah, if you were black, you were running back to the hug on you, but you a yellow nigga, you do it like that. If I could judge what the yellow nigga does from the free throw line and was wearing tennis shoes. Special, because I really love it.
Yeah.
What made you do this?
Oh man, in the game of life and living life.
Okay. You just try shit. You just try shit, right? You was bored, nigga.
I don't give a fuck.
You was fucking bored.
No, really, the dude left.
What the fuck? I love this nigga, bro. Serious.
I break this shit down. I'm out here whooping. I just ran to DJ Academics. Break this shit down. Have to deal with it, man. Break this shit down. Not on this shit, man. Break this shit down. DJ Academics with me and do it different. What's up with y'all? I break this shit down. I'm out here whooping. I just ran to DJ Academics. Break this shit down. Have to deal with it, man. Break this shit down. Not on this shit, man. Break this shit down. DJ Academics with me and do it different. I break this shit down.
Let's go, big man. This ain't drum lines on more than my stage. You talking about you can shoot the basketball. Some of these might have 2-year run. Some of them had a 1-year run. Some of them had 3-year run.
What is a run? Because Kane and them been running since they started. They ain't stopped running. Who Kane? Big Daddy Kane. What Kane? I ain't she Kane. Last time you stopped me down. Come on, I just did 18. Yeah, I do want to see Kane. Kane on the kiosk. What did you tell me? Yeah, Big Daddy Kane. What the fuck?
We learned this in legend. This is a
Sorry to
legend.
break it to you,
Y'all
but
niggas,
looks
y'all niggas
do matter.
I am, I guess you could say, a sensible version of a black girl.
That's not all, because money can buy you pretty, but it cannot buy you brands. How did a small issue in branding delay Zendaya's success for 10 years?
Remember when Zendaya's clothing line was the subject of a chaotic lawsuit?
So Chanel, Gucci, Valentino, Dior, and they will all say no. Try again next year. She's not on our calendar. Like
Zendaya is not all that.
What did she do exactly? Is that anytime you see a film or show Zendaya's success for 10 years? Sorry to break it to you, but looks do matter.
I am, Hollywood's, I guess you could say, a sensible version of a black girl.
That's not all, because money can buy you pretty, but it cannot buy you brand. How did a small issue in branding delay Zendaya's success for 10 years?
Remember when Zendaya's clothing line was the subject of a chaotic lawsuit?
so Chanel, Gucci, Valentino, Dior, and they will all say no. Try again next year. She's not on our calendar. Like
Zendaya is not all that.
What did she do exactly? In fact, anytime you see a film or show like that, it's TikTok. If it's not Timothy Chalamet, it's Zendaya. If there was one person who saved the galaxy in the past life, it must be Zendaya. Disney producers who are listening to the 18, Global 115, a producer at 16, and even owns a shoe brand that nobody knows.
I bet Zendaya's feet smell like Funyuns.
Let's check, shall we? No, smells like success to me, but not many remember. Before the Zendaya 2.0 we know today, main character in Euphoria, Doom, Challenger, Spider-Man, Louis Vuitton, Vogue, Met Gala, there was something blocking her shine for over 10 years. Her quote, looks, that made all the luxury fashion houses, Chanel, Dior, Saint Laurent, Valentino, literally reject her to even wear their clothes. How can that be? The girl is drawn that gorgeous. Was it racism or a curse of bad branding? As a marketing bestie who graduated top 1% UCLA Business Economics with background in marketing, we're going to explore how a shift in brand finally unlocked Zendaya's mega success. After 10 years of trying, despite having a talent and personality, perhaps we can all relate because who hasn't been boxing to something just because how we look? So how do you? Well,
what I'm about to show you is pretty freaking crazy. So Drake has the entire
entrepreneur. We'll get to Black Ops Walk later. It is how your future college, future boss, future boyfriend sees you. And yes, you have one.
your top 10 same album, all Ice Man. Dropped the album a couple days ago, straight took over the top 10, but that's not it. My boy also has the top 20. His 3 albums have taken over the entire of the top 20 songs
actually help you create a whole career portfolio or a personalized 30-day rebranding plan, Gamma, and its ChatGPT connector. This is create a 90-day plan to help me get hired. Or based on everything you know about me, I'm going to my career. And Gamma turns that into a portfolio deck, a career roadmap. It's like all the dots are finally connecting. All your random questions, interests, quirks might point you to a direction you never thought was possible. Try ChatGPT inside Gamma for free by simply asking for something about yourself and let Gamma turn it into a presentation. And you'll be surprised at what it tells you. Free link in the description. Thank me later. And to keep our community small to ambitious people who want to better understand pop culture through a smarter branding perspective, please do not subscribe if you're not ready to expand your mind. So how did a colored girl from Oakland become the hero of every film, show, magazine, brand, get herself casted in a redhead role straight from being a Disney kid without ever dancing on a wrecking ball? Let's figure that too.
Hey, I just wanted to let everyone know that this is my official YouTube channel, and this is my very first YouTube video, so I don't really know what to say.
Zendaya 1.0 was born to be great. As a woman of many talents, she joined a pop dance group at 8, attended Oakland School for the Arts at 11, and began modeling for Macy's Old Navy at 13. She beat
200 other girls to land her first major role at Disney's Shake It Up, which was accurately summarized by this IMDb review as, quote, nothing special or new, or a beautiful 5.1 stars out of 10, which is like a death sentence in Hollywood because there are way too many nothing special shows. To be mid is to be forgotten ASAP. No worries. Casey Undercover happened immediately and it went up to 6.5 stars. So now we have an even bigger problem. Although neither a hit show, Zendaya's public identity or brand is now infused with two good
Well, there goes Polyev again, ranting and raving in the House of Commons about excessive government taxation. Why is he always rattling on about that? Well, here's one of the reasons why. Over here is the American Bar Association's monument to the Magna Carta, the great Carta. But I'm not in America. I'm in England. We're in the fields of Runnymede. Magna Carta was an English document that was signed here between King John and the barons hundreds of years, of half a millennia, before the creation of the United States. So why did these lawyers come and put this monument here? Why did they think it was so important? Because that document was the legal foundation that led ultimately to American freedom, Canadian freedom, Australia, New Zealand, and other countries that have taken their freedom. One of the most important freedoms of all that was written down in the Magna Carta was what became known as no taxation without representation. In other words, the Crown can't tax what the people have not approved. And herein lies the history of what became known as the American Revolution. At Boston Tea Party, the people rebelled because across the pond in London, the authorities were raising taxes without the ability of those in what became America to vote on it. That was no taxation without representation. They said we, as Englishmen, and they were still Englishmen, have the right to say if the government wishes to take our money. This is the core principle of public finance that separates our parliamentary system from so many other places in the world and at so many times in history. For countless generations, centuries really, kings, emperors, dictators have plundered the people's pockets and kept them in the squalor by excessively taxing them. The only protection against that is for members of parliament, parliamentarians who speak for the common people, to fight back and restrain government's otherwise insatiable appetite for what the people have earned. And as I always like to say, the House of Commons is green because it represents the common people who work in the fields of England. The common people bring home the harvest. They should be able to keep that harvest for themselves, their families, and their communities. But the only way for that to happen is for me and for other members of parliament to rattle on relentlessly every day in every way about the excesses of government taxation, keep those taxes low, and allow more abundance, more opportunity, and more prosperity for the people in the fields who do the work and to provide for themselves and their families. That is an ancient principle that it is worth fighting for and preserving.
For generations, we've put more goodness in, so you get a whole lot more out of every single delicious egg.
What's the problem?
Oh God, it goes into a little at Burnbury Farms.
We're following some breaking news for you this hour. There's been a tentative deal that's been reached between the TTC and the union representing nearly 700 workers. According to TTC CEO Mandeep Lalli, this deal was reached earlier this afternoon. Again, it's between the TTC and the union.
You gotta whisper my name. I will just drink water.
What's popping out? After a historic debuted the highest streaming day ever on Spotify, and Drake breaks that record. He broke the Not Like Us record, or the GNX record, I should say. It seems like the industry is actually trying to suppress him, and Drake fans weren't playing around. Now, I noticed this initially when I was putting together this tweet that ties a couple of things that some people might consider a reach, but I thought it was a little bit fun. And when I was listening to the song, it jumped out at me. And I said, Drake dropped a major diss people are sleeping on. On Janice, STFU, E-Rap, swear my label got a free me, baby. Hey, bury a lot, so you can dig me up. If I call you shorty right now, she picking up. You boys got big off my name, that's big enough. So this, of course, Paul the Shorty could reference A$AP Rocky and A$AP Rocky's baby mama, or the Shorty, which is none other than Rihanna, Buried Alive, also referenced to Kendrick Lamar, but that's really a simple bar for Drake. Like, it's a decent bar, but I thought this whole thing was a double entendre, talking about A$AP Rocky and Kendrick, but also his record label. Them boys got big off of his name, Universal. And 10 years ago, he dropped the song Sneakin' with 21 Savage. And on Sneakin', he would rap, plus, I never met nobody from my label. I just pop up with the music, then they pay me. And I think this is very interesting because if you don't pop out at your label, you're flexing that you don't care to build any relationships with them. Is it any surprise if they actually took the opportunity when given such to amplify a diss against you? I don't know. And that's what he's suing over. I said he also shot the Janice STFU music video with a similar style code that he did in the Sneakin' music video, in a similar resolution. It's a square resolution, not the wide resolution. And also the theme is a car garage. Most of the other music videos for the new album, Iceman, are filmed wide. There is another one that I'm forgetting off the top of my head that's square. But Sneakin' was also when he gave 21 Savage a red Ferrari as a gift. And on top of that, Universal was taking down anybody who posted Janice STFU music video clips for copyright on X. And this was an image that some Drake fans put up about this woman named Janice, who's head of partnerships at Universal Music. Some people are saying that she works in another branch, an Asia branch. I don't know. We don't know exactly who Janice is, but regardless of that, I still think all of the other evidence I've provided is enough to suggest that Drake was talking about Universal here. And this was the first song to be taken down. Like Shebang, it was everywhere. A lot of these other songs were still everywhere. But Janice STFU was being taken down everywhere it got posted immediately. But things would only get worse because a lot of Drake fans that are just people in general that are posting the music, short clips of it, are getting taken down for DMCA. Here's one individual saying, UMG hit me with a copyright claim. I had my account locked for adding a song from Iceman to my workout video. Dog really angered the machine. And this person is more of like the business side of Twitter. Isn't even somebody that's, necessarily having a bunch of clout within the music sphere of things. And yes, Jules, somebody within the industry herself, said, that's crazy. And also another page that is more of a fan of Drake's, Deanna says, just got an email from X showing that UMG hit a massive copyright sweep accounts posting Drake's Iceman tracks. Have they done this kind of mass takedown for other major album drops from other artists too, or is this specifically a Drake thing? And you can see the scroll for all of these. So Too Hard for the Radio is one of the songs that's being taken down. You see all of these different links that they got a message for. Make Them Cry is another one. Make Them Remember, Little Birdie. So it seems to be all of Iceman. Now, I don't know if it's the end of the other album, which is that.
Deeply, but I'm almost picking up on this energy that you could have experienced certain people or relationships in your life, certain situations in your life that almost were there to prevent you from fully seeing yourself. Or I'm getting this vibe of like maybe you had people in your life that did not believe in you, that believed that maybe you were all talk is what's coming through, or like we'll believe it when we see.
Absolute oneness is more in line with God's nature than the Trinity.
And even more scary, if God can change to become a relational God, then that means he can change again and decide that he doesn't want to be a relational God.
do you believe that the persons of the Trinity are merciful to one another? Because mercy in this instance would imply that one of the persons of the Trinity is doing something wrong. The Quran is the final revelation of God.
The miracle of the Quran is that Muhammad is illiterate, but he gets all these things right.
We believe that the Quran comes and it corrects aspects of the previous scriptures that were changed by the hands of man.
The Quran actually obviously affirms the previous scriptures, and the second Muhammad finds those previous scriptures for the world.
Jesus is a Muslim.
I think we can't divorce Judaism from this conversation. Jesus was Jewish. He followed Jewish traditions. He was born of Jews. So if we're going to say anything, Jesus was a Jew.
Allah rejects being a father in every sense. How can the Jesus that taught us to pray to our Father? How can he do this?
I believe that Jesus is a Muslim. Obviously,
This is just a healing reiki that I'm doing for you guys. Hello everyone. This is just a healing reiki. Hi. This is just a healing reiki that I'm doing live. My intention is that whoever watches me right now and subscribes, links to my energy will receive this healing reiki, okay? Just take a deep breath. Hi. Hi. Sending you so much love and healing and good energy. It's like very sunny over here, but I hope it's you. So much love, sending you so much love. This is the first time that I'm going live actually. Thank you. Oh my god, you watching my videos? Yes, I'm sending you warm hugs and good kisses. Oh.
God bless. The side profile is basically just what your face looks like from the side, a 90-degree angle, whether it's the right side or the left. Now, here's the thing. You might look good from the front, but that doesn't always mean your side profile looks just as good. So why is that? What actually makes a side profile attractive? Let's break it down. First off, your face is made up of bone.
Sometimes you hear people talking about failing upwards. I think I'm about to do that.
It's John. Oh yeah, I'll go in. Joe's one of my friends. I think I'm her best friend. She's not my best friend.
Every day I have a blueberry muffin. Today I did not have a blueberry muffin. Should have had a blueberry muffin. Especially considering how incredibly superstitious I am.
No, I've never been more sure of anything in my life. I will be the new boss of advanced refrigeration.
Hero Brewing is a non-alcoholic premium beer company founded by John Herman and Tom Holland.
Honestly, I think I sabotaged myself. It's like I'm afraid of being happy. Case in point, I was supposed to start another job today. I will get offered the job. That's a call I've received many times. It's like hopefulness in their voice, the pregnant pause while they wait to hear my response. And then my response.
I wanted the job. I really do. It's just the rest of my family's in the Finger Lakes right now. I'm supposed to be in the Finger Lakes right now. I told them I was on a hike, snuck away to do this interview. I gotta get back pretty soon, don't worry. People disappear in the Finger Lakes. I will run this branch or I will destroy this branch. Or, I don't know. Something always works out.
Personally, I think Daryl would be good.
Oh, it has to be Daryl. Or someone I don't know.
I thought the woman who came in, she seemed like she had fun energy.
I'm not a sexist. I just really don't want it to be a woman. I just.
Every story begins with a question of who we are for no reason. In Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, that question is both intimate and heroic, circling a young man who speaks to us not as a legend, but as someone quietly trying to understand himself. At the start of the first film, Peter Parker brings the story to the others.
I'd like to tell you that's me next to her. I didn't even take him.
That's me. The orphan students, the outcasts, always perpetually on the margins. But as his voice steadies and mask is drawn over his face, he begins to narrate not from the world's judgment, but from the inner struggle to define his own reflection. The trilogy that follows is less a tale of power than of self-creation. It traces the fragile construction of identity, how we imagine ourselves, how we wish to be, and how those visions fracture and unite with love, failure, and sacrifice. One way to describe this as the tension between the perceived self, the inspired self, to one's sense of worth.
Am I not supposed to have what I want? What I need? What am I supposed to do?
But in Raimi's hands, it becomes something far more human. The story of the young man learning that the space between who he is and who he longs to be.
I'm just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man. No.
Is filled with pain, choice, and consequence.
You got some guts, kid. Some poor soul got trapped on the fourth floor. Never made it out.
By the end of the first film, when Peter walks away from the woman he loves, he is not merely accepted his duty as Spider-Man, he is reconciled with the truth that identity is not granted, but earned. Earned through what one must give up to preserve it.
Even though sometimes we have to be steady and give up the thing we want the most. Even our dreams.
His final words are not of a hero, but the quiet resolution of a person who has seen his reflection clearly for the first time.
This is my gift. My curse. Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy begins then as a meditation on that essential paradox, that becoming one's true self often means living behind a mask, and finding within that disguise the courage to be real. Every story of identity begins with recognition, not from the world, but from another person who reflects something back to us. In Spider-Man, Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson become each other's mirrors, each revealing what the other is missing. They're both dreamers. Suspended in invisibility and desire. Defined by how the world sees them and by how much they wish to be truly seen.
Doesn't really know who I am. Because you won't let her. You're so mysterious all the time.
Peter is unnoticed, buried under the social weight of being left, while Mary Jane is adored in public, but dismissed in private.
How gonna be friends? It's like
The film traces the fragile process by which both attempt to bridge that gap between the person they are and the person they long to be. The first force shaping their identities is the reaction of others. Reagan wastes no time showing how social perception becomes identity. In opening minutes, the school bus scene encapsulates everything. Peter stands outside, unheard, while Mary Jane is already on a seat. One is invisible. The other is values the fortune and speaks. While Mary Jane constantly records a hollow reflection. A perceived self built on cause that does not be in spirit. For Peter, the absence of social validation pushes him inward, towards the evolved with Aunt May and Uncle Ben, who give him something sturdy, that is unconditional love. Their home, modest and sincere, becomes the emotional ground from which his sense of ground flows. Mary Jane, meanwhile, faces a home steeped in volatility and neglect. Affection there is something she must imagine rather than receive. The difference between them is not confidence or charm, it is the foundation upon which their identities are built. The second force is comparison. Peter's decision to enter a wrestling match to earn money for a car is not merely about pride or teenage impulse. It is the first visible clash between his perceived self and his despised self. He looks at Mary Jane's world, at friends, at glamour, confidence, and measures himself against a standard he feels forever behind. Cool car.
Find relief, purely. Now available in 6-pack form. Wealthy Bounce. Gray roots can be hard to keep up with.
So Garnier Solar Sensation Root Retouch is the best solution for gray coverage.
It's ammonia-free, infused in rose oil. All it takes is 10 minutes.
4 weeks of root coverage under $6.
Sensational color, sensational price.
New Voltaren Active relieves inflammation from sports.
Yo, baby, sorry, Speed, can I ask you a quick question?
Oh, what you do, baby? Yeah. Good. Okay, where? Got a business, like a business? Who you gonna play with, man? You tell me that. No, I could win. You play round? No, I can't go round. I'll be He's over there. All right, man. Say no more. I'm definitely put you down. Yeah, you know that. Now, it's crazy. Okay, that's why, man. I'm right here.
I'm ready. Okay. He got Minnesota, so I'm gonna go get them boys. No. They told me I ain't gonna get paid unless you win, so.
Oh, no.
Well, I ain't gonna believe if I win, huh?
I ain't gonna believe it if I win.
No, you will. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. So it's between me two. We're gonna be better. Right.
No matter. Whatever you like, whatever.
Come on. Hey, time, play that.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, how you ladies doing? I go by Ben. Nice to meet y'all. You go by Ben.
by 10.
Yeah, Ben and Jen, that's how we rock out, man. Y'all ladies want anything, something to drink or something? Y'all get the ladies something, man. Y'all got us looking like bad. Give them a call. All right.
As I started,
Got some sliders up.
as I started to rest more and more in the quality of space awareness, not differentiated,
That's one thing we're gonna do.
I looked at other people and they were no longer so readily categorizable.
Really know how to
They
play
started to
it.
be not only
They like
us,
riding the bike.
but me. And it became less easy to say a story about their suffering. Because it was at the very least
Oh, yeah.
our suffering,
I
if
know.
not my suffering.
Oh. You gotta shoot.
The moment
Now.
you understand this world, this
You're
year.
not. Hey. Oh, no, double. Oh, give me that. Oh, hey, go bang out. All right, let's get this shit going. Why you sign me all around? Good shot. Yo, shot me all mine on. Okay, stop it. Hold on. Here you go. Now, what is this right here? Let's put my shot here.
If I don't get what I want, each of us, as I started to rest more and more in the quality of space awareness that was not differentiated, I looked at other people and they were no longer so readily categorizable as they started to be not only us, but me.
Score 3 and 2 in first quarter.
It's easy to say, well, I'm sorry about their suffering. Because it was at the very least our suffering, if not my suffering. As I started to rest more and more in the quality of space awareness was not differentiated, I looked at other people and they were no longer so ready.
Yeah. I just got it. Hey, oh, you the garbage.
From the 8 meeting, please, had to second.
Hey, I know you. Fine. Ball penguin.
Had this idea.
Free throw. Come on, Benny. That's KD, man. You know damn well you wasn't making that.
Much.
Bang on your ass. Bang.
Your body
relax. You have waves of calm flowing through you right now. You are completely safe. Every part of you can relax. Your breathing is slow and calm. Your body releases all your stress and tension. You can return to balance so easily. Your body always knows how to take care of you. You are completely safe. Your
That's
heart
how people choose to look at it. And I feel like people choose to look at that for certain artists.
your
That was
energy
a 14-year-old girl that married her or something like that. People still call me King, died on the toilet.
It's not untrue. It's not untrue. It's not untrue. It's a based opinion.
I think that there's no doubt for black men. And I think that's what you're seeing with Ye. Ye obviously has mental problems. He obviously said things that hurt a lot of people. But he said a lot of different things. He said slavery was a choice before. He said like numerous offensive things before.
Personally, as hard as I have been in terms of criticizing Ye for his comments, I would still like to see him get better. I would still like to see him do better. I would still like to just see him stop. And he has stopped, as far as I can see. Simply boiling it down to him being like, oh, well, if he was a white guy, it would be fine. I just don't really see that as if like it's purely white people and white audiences who, in regards to Ye, are playing judge, jury, and executioner. Because while yes, it is true, I don't disagree. There are a lot of white people who are upset and angry with him over these comments. Simultaneously, we've been on social media. We see the reception. We've seen the videos of the mosh pits at the shows most recently that he's been at. The majority of the people who showed up at the shows are white.
That's how people choose to look at it. And I feel like people choose to look at that for certain artists. That was a 14-year-old girl that married her or something like that. People still call me King, died on the toilet.
It's not untrue. It's not untrue. It's not untrue. It's a based opinion.
I think that there's
And especially if you grow up around a lot of fighting and raised around it, you're conditioned to kind of exist. It's like, I would say that I was conditioned to be like a slave, but definitely to like just look at behavior as weird, question it, instead of looking at them and what it is, just like disrespect. It's second classes. A lot of people will call that type of behavior or lack of racial esteem and stuff. And I'm like, no, a lot of times when kids like autism don't recognize the social cues that can breathe around this. So it's just like, well, no, this is just what it is. Recently, I've just started to have a lot less patience for like the disrespect. I'm like, and it's been like that since moving to LA. I think that's a very good aspect of living